Going live in 30 seconds. Live in 20 seconds. Live in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now it's time for Powell County Pirate Sports on the Powell County Sports Network. For a full list of games to be broadcast, the platforms those games will be broadcast on, and the sponsors that support this event, please visit listenlikealocal.com and click on the Powell County Sports Network banner on the home page. Select games will be broadcast on a combination of platforms, including 104.9 FM The Pickup, NFHS Network, WSKV-FM on Facebook Live, at Powell County Sports Network on YouTube, and streaming audio accessible on any internet-connected device. Just say, "Hey Google, Siri, or Alexa, play Pickup Country 104.9 FM," or visit listenlikealocal.com. Powell County Pirate Athletics broadcast is made possible by great sponsors, but to continue to bring you the many high-quality broadcasts, we need your help. If you own a business or are part of an organization, church, or nonprofit and would like to support the broadcast of the Powell County Pirate Sports while promoting your brand to loyal listeners like you, just give us a call, 606-663-2811. Don't forget, you can directly support Powell County Pirate Athletics by purchasing an annual subscription to the NFHS Network at nfhsnetwork.com. You can also directly support your Powell County Pirates by attending games in person. Get your tickets at the GoFan app. You can also find links to NFHS Network and the GoFan app at the Powell County Sports Network page at listenlikealocal.com. And now, let's join our PCSN broadcast team live at the game.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Powell County Sports Network's coverage of Powell County High School athletics. Ken Simon, along with David Faulkner, Ethan Moore, our videographer, Nevaeh Bridgeman, back in the studio with you here on a beautiful Tuesday evening as the Powell County Pirates playing host to the Estill County Engineers. The Engineers coming in with a record of 9-6 on the season. They are coached by Tanner Crow. And the Powell County Pirates coming in with a record of 4-13 on the season, coached by Frank Spencer. These two teams met not too long ago, and the Engineers ended up winning 7-6 in a very competitive kind of game for both of these teams. And unfortunately for the Pirates to come away with a loss. But, David, when we look at this Pirate team, a little bit different than what we're used to seeing, again, with that 4-13 record on the season. At times they're competitive, other times not so much competitive, and really whether it's silly mistakes, kind of fielding, and or not being able to get on the base and advance some runners across the plate, the Pirates have definitely struggled this year, and that's not necessarily something we're used to.
Well, when you look at a team batting average of 182, that is ultra low. That is, you don't see many teams hitting at that number at this point in the season. So that's the key. Again, the pitching's been tolerable. The defense has been probably a little bit shaky as well. So when you take a total package of a little bit shaky on the defensive side and really anemic hitting, that's kind of a recipe for a losing record.
Yeah, you're exactly right. When you look at the Engineers, 1.96 ERA on the season, and for the Powell County Pirates, 4.57 on the season. The pitchers tonight for the Pirates, it will be one of the seniors, Kane Knox, coming in with a 1-1 record on the season, 3.23 ERA. And for the Engineers on the mound, it will be Logan Friend. He is a junior. He's 1-1 on the season as well, 3.88 ERA. So both players very similar as far as record and ERA. The Pirates played last night against George Rogers Clark, GRC, out of Clark County. Came up and lost that one 8-0, but they did improve a little bit. They lost 8-0 early on and could go 6-0. You know, not that you necessarily put the runs across or anything, but under the circumstances, still at least limiting GRC on the offensive side.
The first time they were no hit. I'm not sure about the hit total for the Pirates last night. but they definitely were shut out again. So, again, the offensive tendency against quality pitching has not been up to par. And Frank has played a relatively tough schedule this year. And I mean, I'm not making excuses for the team, but they have really played what I would call a tough schedule at the start of the season. So, you're coming off of a year last year where you were the 2A state champions. You had a fairly successful season. The only question about last year's team, again, kind of weird, is, again, not as good offensively as what we thought they would be.
Yeah.
And graduated, 6 players from the starting lineup last year. Really only, well, I guess maybe 5 players. I think 4 starters return. That'd be Levi Wells, Dylan Carter, Drew Miller, and I believe there's one more starter, everyday starter anyway. Maybe not. No, just those
Lacey
3.
Dickin would have at least been consistent, pitched a lot, but still would
Yeah,
have been
but didn't
one
play
of
the
those
field
players.
last year. He will play the field this year. Again, it's a little bit different for this group. Dickin threw, I guess, a complete game last night, so definitely he is out of the picture for tonight. I really thought that maybe he would throw off last night against GRC and have Dickin and Knox both available for tonight. When you look at Estill County, they're not throwing their number 1 either. Logan Friend comes in, I think you said is 1-1 with a 3.88 ERA. Their number 1 this season has been Bryce Drake. He's got a 0.40 ERA. He's 1-0 on the season. Leads the team in strikeouts with 29, only 5 walks. That ratio is phenomenal for a young pitcher. Again, Jack Sneese is one guy we always look at. He's coming in at 1.98 ERA, also 1-0 on the season. They have the same amount of innings Bryce and Jax do. Again, if anybody pitched last night, we don't have that down because that's not on our stat totals. But really, when you look, they're probably throwing their number 3. And I think Powell County's throwing definitely their number 2. Dickin probably would qualify as the number 1. But I don't think there's a ton of difference, or they pitch differently. Dickin, everything is hard with Lacey. Kane is more of a control pitcher with a good curveball. Has to spot his fastball where he needs to, and that's the whole point of tonight. I think Kane got the start the first time we played Estill County over there, and I think the 7th inning determined the ball game. Powell County had the lead going into the 7th, and
Made a pitching change.
Yeah. And there it went, and lost the game there in the 7th. So it's not. I don't think these two teams are that far apart. Obviously, if you look at the wins and losses, Estill County's got the advantage, but I'm not sure these two teams are really that far apart.
No, I think you're exactly right. Let's go on and set the lineups for you. First, we'll start for the Pirates. Again, on the mound, it will be number 9, Kane Knox, behind the plate. Number 2, Drew Miller. It's good to see him actually back.
Awesome to see him back, yeah.
Yeah, he missed a game or two due to an injury, but he'll be behind the plate. Over at first base, number 1, Dylan Carter. Second base will be number 10, Bo Begley. Over at third base, number 12, Lacey Dickin. Shortstop, number 4, Dylan Trent. Over in left field, it will be Jordan Del Rosario. Center field, number 5, Levi Wells. And in right field, number 20, Carter Poe. And the DH for the night will be Noah Markham, who will be batting for Kane Knox. And for the Engineers on the mound, it will be number 18, Logan Friend. Behind the plate, number 3, Mason Griggs. First base, Mason Rader. Over at second base will be Berkeley Hardy. Third base, number 15, Cooper Powell. And the shortstop will be number 11, Bryce Drake. In left field, I read my own writing here. Left field, who am I missing? Left field. Oh, the left field, Jack Sneese. He's the DH.
He's being DH for, yeah.
Yep, there you go. And then in center field, number 17, Dawson Moore. And in right field, number 20, Hayden Woolery. And the DH will be number 34, Hayden Fletcher. So, again, both of these teams very competitive for sure. When you look at the Engineers, they already have all of their games complete except for one, I believe. They have this one and maybe a game against Owsley or Lee, but they're basically in the driver's seat at this point. I think they played 4 games, if I'm not mistaken, with 2 more to go. One obviously tonight, and then the Pirates sitting at 0-1 so far. This is the second district play for them.
But I look at it this way between these two teams. If Powell is able to win this game by 2, they'll be the 1 seed.
Yeah, you're exactly.
I mean, it's just and I hate to say that. I mean, I just don't think Lee and Owsley are competitive with either one of these two teams. I think both these two know that. To me, this game determines your 1 seed. Again, it's not that big of a deal. You are the home team. If you're the 2 seed, you're the home team in the first round. But you'll be the visitor in the championship game. And it should wind up that way between Powell and Estill again, which is why sometimes you don't see the ones throwing against the other team.
Yeah.
You'll save that guy for first round or second round of the district tournament, I would think, between these two, which will be only just a few weeks away, probably a month away from district tournament time. But what should be a pretty good game now, again, like I said, Powell probably throwing number 2. I think Estill's probably throwing their number 3. They do like to use Neese in relief a lot, but and I think that's why he is in that not batting spot. He got a good opportunity to keep him loose on the side if they need to go to him late. But again, this is a big game. It's again, it was only a 1-run margin before, so that first tiebreaker is head-to-head. And again, if Powell County can pull out a victory by 2, I think they'll be your 1 seed.
I would agree. They got their work cut out for them, that's for sure. Not quite sure where we are sun-wise. Obviously, we're getting started. This was originally scheduled for a 5:30 start, and we're already at 5:40, almost 5:45.
I will say this, by the way the sun is right now, it looks like we're probably going to have an opportunity to have a sun delay. Really, it's kind of broken clouds. If it stays this way it is, the sun stays clear of what I'm seeing in the background right now, we may have some problems around the 4th, 5th, 6th inning.
Yep, you're exactly right. Let's do a quick public service announcement. Our softball registration is now open. The Stanton City Park Summer Girls Softball League is open for online registration. Register early for discounted rates. Ages 3 through 12, the season is June through August. The registration deadline is May the 10th. The cost is $50 to $70. The earlier you register, the bigger the discount. So important dates: online registration from now through May the 10th. In-person registration. Actually, that's already, let's see, one of the dates is past. The other one, today, from 5 to 7. And then on May the 10th from 11 to 2, all in-person registration will be at the Stanton City Park concession stand, which they've done a lot of nice renovations with as well. So, again, want to give that quick shout-out. And obviously to our sponsors for making this happen, for all of us here to be able to come out and cover Powell County High School athletics. Matter of fact, we'll actually have the girls' game coming up on Thursday. And is it the boys? We don't see the boys until next week, I don't think. Yeah. May the 2nd, I believe, is the date for the boys volleyball.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've actually seen them in action under those circumstances. So still, we go basically 10 months out of the year covering all the Powell County High School athletic sporting events.
Yeah, if you want to jump on board, good time to do it. Maybe even for next year, if you want to budget ahead, just give them a call there at the studio and say you'd like to sign up for next year, maybe even for this year, start getting extended payment and join up, even the Powell County or Estill County side, since we have multiple listeners tonight, hopefully. And again, we are being, if I can get them all here, we are Estill County streaming, Powell County streaming. We are on Powell County or WSKV Facebook, and I think Estill County Facebook as well. We'll be on YouTube and WSKV radio and
in both Stanton
online.
And Estill. Yep.
So, again, you hear the Powell County advertisers tonight. You heard the Estill County advertisers in game number 1 over there. So, again, thanks to all of our supporters, both Powell and Estill County, for supporting Powell and Estill County athletics here on WSKV.
Let's go and take a quick station break here, and we'll be right back.
WSKV 104.9 FM Pickup Country and ListenLikeALocal.com are your official broadcasting partners for the Powell County Sports Network.
All right, here we go. We have the leadoff hitter. Again, we'll have the number 5, Berkeley Hardy, the second baseman, number 18, the pitcher, Logan Friend, and number 20, the right fielder, Hayden Woolery, the 1, 2, 3 Again, Kane Knox on the mound. Drew Miller behind the plate. First pitch is going to be high for ball one.
Hardy coming into the season, batting .350 on the season. He's got 14 hits and scored 10 runs. Got to keep this guy off the bases.
Here's the pitch. Low.
Changeup looked like. Don't lose him. That's my cannot walk the leadoff batter. So
We talked about that for years on end. Right here behind us.
Right at us. I didn't flinch a bit, just to let you know.
No, but I reacted like I was going to catch.
I saw you did.
Yeah,
I saw that, yeah. Out of the corner of my eye.
I mean, 2-1 now is the count. Well, you're the first baseman at that point. You know, you're just kind of standing still, not having to jump. You're expecting everybody to throw right to you, right?
Exactly.
Here's the 2-1.
He thought about it.
Miss high, sure did. It's going to make it 3-1 now to Berkeley Hardy, again, the second baseman for the Engineers.
That was a good take that time, I believe, by Hardy. Tough take.
Pirates in their gray pants, red jerseys.
Yep.
Going to be called strike. Going to take the count full. And the Engineers in their blue jerseys and white pants.
That's a good pitch that time by Knox.
See if we can get the strikeout here. Here's the 3-2 payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice job.
Good call.
Get the swing and the miss there for strikeout. Out number one. Now stepping up to the plate, the pitcher, number 18, Logan Friend.
And Logan Friend coming into this season, Ken, at .441. He is their leading hitter. Got 15 hits, scored 13 runs. Again, the guy you want to keep off the bases tonight.
So one out here, top of the first, just underway on this beautiful Tuesday evening. Gonna miss ball one.
Has a big wide stance, Ken, but this still takes a step. So he fills up most of the batter's box with that stance.
Pitcher against pitcher here. Here's the pitch from Knox. It's going to be a base hit. Yep. Right between third and short. So he'll get the single. Now stepping up to the plate, number 20, the right fielder, Hayden Woolery.
Yeah, that was a good shot there. He handled the pitch like he's supposed to. His fastball down the middle. He just turned on it, hit it between the 5-6-0. In my opinion, I think our shortstop's playing maybe a little bit too far.
I would agree.
Towards center. I like him about 5 steps more to the
I would
left.
agree with that. Yeah, definitely. Not that he would have
No,
fielded
it
it
wouldn't
by
have
any
mattered.
means, but still, I agree with you. I like him a little bit more to the left from our angle here. So runner over at first.
Now he's
one
moving
out.
over. I like it. I like it much better now.
Here's the pitch. Called strike.
Late move over from the dugout call. I guess they're trying to look at double play combination here. But I'll look at this player more pull the ball, let the second baseman play closer to the bag and try to turn it that way.
We didn't get a courtesy runner over there, did we?
No.
Just making sure. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss for strike two.
That time it looked like Friend was trying to place that ball, just put it in play toward right field.
Yeah, you're right.
It's kind of an awkward swing. I think he was trying to hit it behind the runner, advance him to second base, and maybe they missed a hit and run call.
No balls and 2 strikes now to Woolery with Logan Friend over at first with 1 out, top of the first. Here's the pitch.
Nice pitch, 0-2.
It's going to miss.
Good curve ball, but start out in the zone. It dropped down where it wasn't hittable, but again, I think it's a good 0-2 pitch there by Kane.
Yeah, at that point, make him see if he can chase something, right? Catch him off guard. Knox looking over at first to check the runner. Comes set. Here's the pitch. There's a shot, another base hit. Almost basically the same place. So another single.
Scalded got too much to the plate again. That one, I thought there for a second Dickey might have a chance at it, but he didn't move an inch, did he?
He did not. Now stepping up to plate, the number 4 hitter in the lineup, number 15, third baseman Cooper Powell.
Powell hitting .356. These top 4 guys are pretty tough. Actually, top 6 guys are hitting pretty well, or 7. Good batting averages for the Engineers.
So runner at first, runner at second, 1 out. First batter was a strikeout, back-to-back singles. Gonna miss high for ball 1. on deck is the number 5 hitter and shortstop, Bryce Drake, if Pirates aren't able to turn 2 here. 1-0 to Cooper Powell, third baseman. Here's the pitch. Fly ball to center field.
Oh, Levi's got that one easy.
And he'll make it, and the runners will hold. Nice
well
job.
done by the Pirates that time. Wells getting the ball quickly into the shortstop. That ball hit out toward the fence.
Further
to
than
the
what I
track.
thought. Yeah.
It carried well.
It did.
Today is one of those days, Ken, where there's not a lot of wind to affect the ball. So if you're ever going to hit one out of here to the left, today might be that day.
Now stepping up to the plate is number 11, Bryce Drake, the shortstop. So 2 outs now. The Engineers with runners at first and second. 2 outs. Top of the first, still scoreless. Get Kane Knox on the mound. Drew Miller behind the plate for the Pirates. Here's the pitch. Oh, that was a good pitch.
Nice curve ball. That one really froze Drake. Rice got tall.
I kind of noticed that myself.
Yeah.
At first, I was thinking, who's stepping out, right? Who's coming up to the
Yeah.
plate? I had to look back again. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss down on the dirt, and he's going to go, and he's not going to be able to.
There you go, Kane.
Yeah, not going to be able to cover it up, so unfortunately Miller could not glove that one cleanly, and the runners will advance.
They got as far as they were going to go on that wild pitch. He did bobble it he tried to pick it up and throw to third, but he was going to have no chance at that, so no harm, no foul.
All right, 2 strikes here. 0-2 is the count to Drake. See if Knox can get strikeout to start it and then end the inning. Runners at second and third now for the Engineers with 2 outs. Here's the pitch.
Chase
he sure did. He went after the outside pitch. So he will get the strikeout. The Engineers will strand 2. They'll end up scoreless. We'll take a break here on the Powell County Sports Network.
Hello, I'm Kaylee Carroll, Marketing Director for CG Bank. Here at CG Bank, community means everything. It's why we do what we do. At CG Bank, we are your hometown bank, and we are here for you because we are you. We are not here just building business, but building relationships. That's community banking. That's my bank. Stop by any of our 7 convenient locations in Irvin, Richmond, Berea, London, or Stanton and see what community banking is all about. Or visit us online at www.cg.bank.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, loan subject to approval. Contact an employee for further information about applicable fees and terms.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
Brought to you by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky Athletic Administrators Association.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
And welcome back here to the Powell County High School's coverage of Powell County Athletics on WSKV. Again, all the listing availabilities you have are open today, both Powell and Estill networks, and also on YouTube and Facebook. So tune in to the Pirate Athletics.
So the Engineers, 2 hits. They leave both of those runners stranded, despite the fact that they were able to advance to second and third. But Kane Knox did a nice job not only to get Hardy out to lead off the game, but then he closed things out with Drake in order to get the strikeout. Now we'll set the defense for you again real quick. On the mound for the Engineers, Logan Friend. Behind the plate, Mason Griggs. Over at first base, Mason Rader. The second baseman, Berkeley Hardy. Shortstop, Bryce Drake. Over in left field, Jack Sneese. Center field, Dawson Moore. And in right field, Hayden Woolery. Stepping up to the plate for the Pirates, it will be Levi Wells, Dylan Carter, Carter Poe, and Drew Miller, 1 through 4 in the lineup here. And the center fielder, Levi Wells, number 5, stepping up to the plate.
And we have stats that are through last Thursday, I think.
We're missing 3 games.
2 or 3 games we're missing for the Pirates. So if these batting averages are higher than they were, we do apologize, but this is what we got. So Levi Wells leads off. He's hitting at 136 on the season.
Here's the pitch from Friend. I'll foul that one off.
Got that shoulder a little bit underneath that ball that time on the swing. Again, Friend warming up, got a really nice slider. Ken got a lot of life on his fastball as well. So this kid could be tough to hit for the Pirates today.
So 0-1 to Wells on the foul ball right here behind us. Here's the pitch. Gonna miss on the outside corner. 1-1. Got a little zip to it too, doesn't it?
He does have a little zip on the fastball. And that slider's going to make it much better.
Here's the 1-1. Gonna miss on the outside, making it 2-1. Nice for the Pirates to get out here early.
It would be. But I think they did over there.
Here's the 2-1 from Friend. Called strike.
Yeah, that one was a little questionable.
Not that far from the prior pitch. I do like this angle, though, Ethan. Kudos. Here's the 2-2.
Stay in there, Levi.
Yep.
Take one for your team.
Take the count full.
The slow curveball starts at your head. Tried to finish it up over the plate, but got that a little bit too far inside.
See if we can be a base runner here. Here's the payoff. And he'll get the strikeout. So leadoff hitters on both sides take the count full and get the strikeout. Now stepping up to the plate, the first baseman, number 1, Dylan Carter.
That's where those off-speed pitches are so important. You throw one right before that's a really slow curveball. You get adjusted, watch that slow speed, and then that fastball comes in and no chance.
So Dylan Carter, number 2 hitter in the lineup tonight. Here's the first pitch. Right down the middle for a strike.
Well, and watch Dylan over the years. He does seem like to me takes a lot of those first pitches, make sure that's a strike.
We've seen the girls softball team though; they've been swinging a lot of those first pitches, haven't they?
I tell you what, I
2.
think that when you're seeing first pitch strike, first pitch fastball, you need to be ripping off the bat because after that you're seeing nothing but junk. So. And Carter shouldn't see anything here but a curveball.
Yep, 0-2 now on the count. I'll foul that one off. It was a curveball.
It was a
had
curveball.
Just enough on it.
Yeah, and if you watch the Reds last couple of days, 24 runs against Baltimore. Last night saw a guy throw a good slider most of the game, and those guys struck out 14 times. Same guys that got 20-some hits the day before.
There's the pitch. I'll foul that one off. Yeah, actually, when I saw the score, I was like, "Oh, the Bengals."
Yeah,
Did the Bengals play 24-2?
Bengals might be lucky to score 24 points in the game.
So then they lost the next game, though, didn't they?
Yeah,
The Reds.
yeah, 6-3 last night.
My team's on a 5-game losing streak.
I wasn't gonna say that, but yeah,
It's
early.
We don't have pitching. Still haven't had pitching, and I don't know how long at this point. Still don't have pitching. Well,
Just
the
a couple
manager's
years.
got it. Manager's got to go. That's the bottom line. They're gonna miss.
He
on
can't
that pitch.
he can't make the guys on the payroll do their job.
He
right?
He reminds me of some other managers that make not wise
Their
decisions.
former managers are doing well where they are, though, right?
Why we get rid of that guy? Here's the 1-2.
Another
A
ball.
miss.
Good take that time by Dylan.
Yep. 2-2 now to Dylan Carter. On deck is right fielder number 20, Carter Poe.
And again, Dylan coming into tonight's game again. He hasn't played a full season yet, but the average is ticking up a little bit. He's hitting, and I say ticking up, it's still low, but he started out, I guess, lower, right? Dylan coming in at 150. One of those kids that really led the team last year in hitting. I think hopefully it'll heat up here late April, early May.
Here's the 2-2.
Good swing
Foul
that time.
one off. As Griggs the catcher made a walk out to the mound to talk to Friend.
I think they just said don't lose this guy. Just don't walk him and let our defense play.
Dylan
I would
Carter,
concur.
3-sport athlete, and again hadn't played since the first game of the football season until the baseball season started. There's a grounder. Second baseman's going to field it, and they'll get the 4-3 ground out.
I'll tell you what, he was definitely missed in basketball season, Ken. I think Powell County had an opportunity maybe to go farther than what they did. And they had a pretty good season, but with a kid like Carter, take a lot of pressure off one of your best basketball players, and Bryson Edwards, and put Dylan back at the point where he really thrived at that position, but missed him all season from that football injury.
So now stepping up to the plate is Carter Poe. 2 outs here, bottom of the first, still scoreless. Powell County Pirates playing host to the Estill County Engineers, and it's going to be on the outside off of the glove of Griggs for ball 1.
Carter, a much better hitter than his average at 243. And he's one of those kids that just hits coming getting out of bed this year, just not been on his best as of yet.
Here's the pitch. I'll foul that one off.
Good
Strike
cut that
one.
time.
1-1 now to Carter Powell. He manages to get on base. Drew Miller, the catcher, on deck.
And he's been your leading hitter on the season. Only player over 300.
Here's the 1-1. Strike on the outside. 1-2 now to Poe.
Now you got to hit the pitcher's pitches, right? Carter right on the plate. Both toes on that wide line.
Yep. A lefty. Here's the pitch. Oh, swing, and he's going to run down to first. He's going to make it. So swing and a miss, and unfortunately for the Engineers, Griggs could not handle that.
We're call that a pass ball or a wild pitch. It did bounce before he got to him. He just went underneath. That brings up Miller. I mean, here, if I'm the Pirates, I may want to try to start something. I may start Poe in motion and see if we can get a hit, bring him in from second base.
And the number 4 hitter in the lineup here, Drew Miller, the catcher for the Pirates. So you have Poe on first on a strikeout wild pitch. Logan Friend on the mound for the Engineers. Going to be low for ball 1.
I'll tell you what, I think that's one of those pitches that time, Ken, that the catcher may have cost him a strike.
The way he moved.
The way he moved, yeah. That was a pretty good pitch, looked like to me. But the catcher was moving and kind of blocked the umpire's view.
1 ball and no strikes, 2 outs. Throw back over to first.
We
Poe
just
get back safely.
We're just hesitant getting back to that bag, Ken. We saw this a couple of weeks ago or a couple of broadcasts where
pick off at first and third.
Yeah.
From the catcher down at third, nonetheless. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss, and it's going to be a foul tip. Even the count at 1-1 now to Drew Miller.
Make Lacey work a little bit here, get this ball back in play.
Lacey Dickin on deck,
on
playing
deck
third
batter's
base tonight.
Job here on this huge backstop.
Yeah, it's amazing, right? This compared to the girls.
Oh, well, that's too close over there, too far away up here.
We're almost in the grass there behind home plate. Throw back over to first, and Poe will get back safely.
Kind of polar opposites. Again, it's too much room back here for this team and too little over there.
1-1. Here's the pitch. On this high. 2 balls and 1 strike now.
If you're going to run him, this is the pitch.
100%. Yeah, 2-1 count, 2 outs.
Yeah.
Throw back over to first and back safely again.
Problem with that, you know that, I know that, and so does the Engineers.
Yeah, right.
Everybody knows this is a runner's count, hitter's count.
Yep. That's why they keep checking it back over to first. Coming home this time. Chopper fair, throw to first. Safe at first. They're coming all the way home. And Miller could be hurt on that one.
Yeah, there was a collision on the play. Miller and the first baseman did collide.
Yeah, Mason Rader.
Kind of a nonchalant throw to first base from third. It was a tough play. I'm surprised he tried to field it from third base.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't give it an opportunity to maybe.
I'm going to give him a base hit on that play, though, regardless. No RBI. That was on the air. So single and E5 scores the run.
So Poe comes on all the way over to first on the passed ball, the throw over to first. So Drew Miller. Actually, he just came out that, who came over to first?
Can't see the number.
Friend, Logan, where am I at here? 18, Lane Rogers. So courtesy runner, Lane Rogers over at first for Drew Miller. Stepping up to the plate now, the number 5 hitter in the lineup. Third baseman, number 12, Lacey Dickin for the Pirates. Powell County now leading 1-0 here.
Big lead by Lane.
Bottom of the first. A bit more chatter, tonight than what we've, maybe the last game we actually
We
heard a
heard
little bit
last
more,
time, yeah.
But
I thought last time
going.
it might have been a little bit off because it was like you're doing this when you're getting beat pretty good. So I don't know.
Well,
Sometimes
yeah, especially
you
what
turn
they
it
were
off.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't foul that one off.
You kind of you got to watch your verbiage, if you will, when you're over doing the chants. Make sure you're not in the wrong spot to do that, right?
Well, if we get a strikeout or something, but you're down 8-0, it's
not
not a
that
whole
big
lot
of a
to cheer
deal,
about,
no.
right? Yeah.
No.
0-1 the count now to Lacey Dickin. Runner goes. Throw down to second. It's going to be close. Safe. Got just under the tag. The ball was a little bit short.
A little bit behind
Yeah.
the fielder, but I mean, it was a good throw, but it was just off a little bit, enough room to where that play was going to be close enough to where it did make a difference. Perfect throw would have got Rogers, but it would have taken an absolute perfect throw there.
A little bit of delay that time behind the plate by Griggs as well by the time he was able to get it out of the glove and throw it down there. 0-2 now the count to Dickin. Here's the pitch. We'll foul that one off on the curveball.
But I like the aggression, though. Regardless, when you're 0-2 or 0-1, whatever the count was,
0-1.
send that runner. Again, if he gets thrown out, you're still leading off next inning with Dickens. So,
Yeah.
really no harm, no foul.
No.
Now you got a chance of scoring with the base hit?
Yeah, that's when you make that call, right?
I think so.
Yeah. 0-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Pop that one up. Second baseman going to call it. No, actually, it's going to be the first baseman is actually going to call it. That was Rader, so the pop up in fair territory, was it? Is that a foul ball?
It was fair.
Okay, that's what I thought. Fair ball. But the Pirates will get one run across. They lead 1-0. Estill County coming up at the top of the second. We'll take a quick break here on the Powell County Sports Network.
Mercy Health Markham and Wallace Hospital provides a compassionate, ideal local solution for patients who need additional time to heal and strengthen before going home. The Swing Bed program can be a perfect fit for you if you need rehabilitation after orthopedic surgery or fracture, have suffered a stroke, receive long-term antibiotics, need wound care, or need to regain your strength and mobility. You have a choice in post-hospital care and can receive care right in Estill County. For more information on the Swing Bed program at Mercy Health Markham and Wallace, call Case Management at 606-726-2159.
Hearn Funeral Home has been family-owned since 1939 and is currently under the direction of Hondo Hearn. They have proudly served the families of Powell County and other surrounding counties for over 75 years, helping them to celebrate with compassionate care, dignity, and respect at an affordable price. Contact Hearn Funeral Home for all your pre-planning needs at 606-663-4375.
You're listening to PCSN.
Just a message to all those folks listening to the game. We're getting beat by the Estill County folks. They got a bigger following to the Pirates tonight, so let's get here and support your Pirates as well here. But if you're listening, thanks for tuning in to Powell County Athletics here on WSKV.
On his middle school 8th grade night, boys and girls soccer over here. Not that necessarily affects anything going on here, but just in general.
You got a lot of little league games going on here as well. Again, that's a given, but still. Need to see more peeps out here.
It'd be nice. Now we'll have the 6, 7, and 8 hitters in the lineup here in the top of the second for the Engineers. First baseman number 4, Mason Rader. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. On deck, the catcher, Mason Griggs. And then in the 8th spot will be the DH, Hayden Fletcher.
Again,
King Knox on the mound.
Another one of those guys on the lines on the inside part.
Here's the pitch. I'll foul that one off.
I just don't understand the logic of these batters that want to stand up on the inner line. I understand you're trying to reach the ball on the outside edge, but you really can't get a lot of extension unless you keep those hands really inside.
Because really by the time he drops his hands, there's a chopper. And going to get it, though, over there. Going to be safe.
Again, score that as a base.
Yeah, I think
hit,
so.
Maybe?
Yeah, I think so because it was going to be trouble regardless as Dylan Carter actually came off of first base in order to try and field that one. And by the time he was able to get it, kind of bobbled it just a little bit. By the time he got it to Knox, it's a little bit too late.
I think it's a play that probably should be made. However, the angle of the throw between Dylan and the pitcher was really awkward. Makes it a really tough play.
So runner over at first, Mason Griggs now the catcher stepping up to the plate. Engineers with runner over at first here, top of the second, trailing 1-0. Nobody out. Here's the pitch. Going to miss for ball 1 to Griggs. Getting Kane Knox on the mound.
Griggs coming in at .344 on the season. Nice batting average there from this spot in the lineup.
Drew Miller behind the plate for the Pirates. 1-0 pitch. There's a ground, and it's going to go right through. I'm not so sure what's happening down at third, but not a whole lot of movement. As that'll be a single. That'll send Rader over to second. Griggs over to first.
Hardly wants to say, get dirty.
It's, three hits right down there. Not a lot of movement from.
Well, that ball, I mean, I understand it. He may not have got him anyway, but I think a layout and
something.
Yeah, it would look better, right?
Yeah.
Not picking too much on the player, but I mean, it's a ball that if you lay yourself down right there, you're definitely in reach of that ball.
Not that they're not shots, because again, they've got a lot of velocity.
Well, they're hit hard.
They are. But at the same time, at least give something. Yeah. And it's almost like they're being froze. So now Hayden Fletcher, the DH, stepping up to the plate, hitting for Jackson East, the left fielder. Same place we were last inning, almost. Runners at first and second for the Engineers. Here's the pitch.
That's a nice pitch.
1.
I don't know about that pitch. That looked pretty good. But I can already tell, Ken, the way the sun is right now.
Oh, it's going to be. It's going
to be rough.
It is going to be rough.
Because right now it is way high.
It is way high. Yeah, we've not even gotten close to where the sun delay will be a factor, but
it
it's
could be
almost
a problem
factor.
right now.
Yeah. 1-0 the count to Fletcher. Here's the pitch.
See, that pitch was, again, I think was a strike, but that's almost the exact same spot as the first
what
one.
I thought. Not quite sure
but
why, but we're not behind the plate. Well, we're behind the
plate,
but
not his spot.
Yeah, not officially, are we?
No.
We're unofficially official at this point. Here's the 1-1.
We got the best second-guess view in the building.
Shot to center field. Backpedaling. Going to make the catch. Long throw, and it's actually going to go over the cutoff.
Now, I tell you what, if I'm Coach Spencer, I'm saying field second base. And here's the thing, it's not his call. Actually, it is, because the home plate umpire has the catch. I thought he left early as well. I would concur with Frank, but
so runners on the corners now. Rader at third. Griggs over at first, and Dawson Moore, the center fielder, the number 9 hitter in the lineup tonight, up at the plate.
Got to watch the bunt.
So 1 out. Again, runners on the corners. Top of the second. Estill County with a scoring opportunity here. Pirates out on the field. Here's the pitch from Knox. It's going to be low.
I don't know what kind of speed the runner has at first base. Doesn't maybe look like a ton, but it's an opportunity here. I believe I'm going to send him at some point.
Oh, absolutely.
The second to see what your catcher decides to do here.
Well, at times, Miller wants to take that ball and just throw it down there, right? With that kind of lead that they actually had over at first.
Maybe you.
That's
close.
That was
close. A good play.
That was a good throw over by Kane Knox.
A nice tag by Carter.
Griggs gets back. Getting up the plate, Dawson Moore. The 1-0 count. Yeah, that sun is even worse than it was when you first mentioned it.
Yes, it's going to progressively get worse.
Not a lot of cloud cover, some in the distance, but another throw back to first.
He has no lead, but still made it close. If he gets another 2 steps off, he's out.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
But he has really no lead at all.
Yeah, Kane Knox has a nice move over to first. Again, Dawson Moore is up at the plate. Checking over at first. Knox is set. Here's the pitch home. I'll throw it back.
That is a risky play by Drew.
Well, he was nipping, right? He wanted to. He at least got it out of his system.
I get it, but that ball gets by Carter. The guy at third scores easy, and the guy at first may wind up at third.
He may. Yeah, you're right. 1-1 is the count now to Moore before we head back up to the top of the order. See if the Pirates can turn 2 here. Here's the pitch.
Nice.
Here's a strike.
Nice curveball there by Kane. 1-1 pitch. And you got a kid here batting .224 on the season. Excuse me, .227 on the season. Plays being called in one more time, louder this time. So this is like, okay, that's kind of an obvious tell that you're something's on.
Right. We'll see what that'll be. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Dawson Moore. Runners on the corners for the Engineers. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. And get the stolen base, but, man, easily I felt like that probably could have been thrown out down there, right?
Well, I think when he came up, the batter didn't move.
Impeded, yeah.
Doesn't have to.
He does not. It did.
I mean, as long as he doesn't get in the way of the catcher as far as his throwing lane.
He impeded him just enough, though, to where Miller couldn't make that throw. But,
yes, but I don't think the throw's going to happen anyway. I think they're going to fake a throw
agree,
at best.
But that was one of those that could have been a pickoff.
Oh,
There's
nice
a shot. Yep, and 1 run will score. They're going to send him home, and nope, going to go back.
Late breaks put on.
So Raider will come in. Moore will get the single and the RBI, and that will send Griggs down to third. Now we'll head back up to the top of the order. Berkeley Hardy, the second baseman, up at the plate, struck out his first at-bat.
This is the reason I didn't think they would try the double steal. You're back at the top of the order, regardless with whatever happens with Moore. You're back at the top of the order next time. So nobody out. You don't want to do anything foolish, making out at the plate. That's kind of silly when you got your best hitters coming up.
Pirates need to get some stops here, though. Ill afford to let a whole lot of runs get across here in the inning with just 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that was a foul ball. Got just enough on that
Really?
one, did Hardy. Yeah, he did.
No, I believe you. I just
Oh, yeah.
I didn't hear anything that time,
Yeah.
but I believe you. I know Miller didn't react at all, so that's kind of probably a giveaway that it was a foul.
Rolled off the bottom and then hit and then bounced up and over. 0-1. Knox looking at his pitch card. Checking over at first. Again, it's Moore over at first. Griggs at third. Here's the pitch. Going to jam him on that one for a foul ball.
And did every bit of that. That was a fastball that ran inside even more. Again, another kid that kind of crowds it. He has no room to really get around that ball.
And that's, again, go back to that conversation. That's the part I don't understand either, because now by the time he swings that, his hands
can't
are
get the
basically
barrel on
over
the
the
inside
plate.
pitch.
Yeah, exactly. Your hands are over the plate instead of the barrel of the bat.
If you do barrel it, it's going to be a foul ball. So, I mean, it's
0-2. Here's the pitch.
got him.
Strike. Yep, sure enough. Nice job by Kane Knox to get out number 2. It's the second strikeout for Berkeley Hardy. Now stepping up to the plate, the pitcher Logan Friend. He had a single and reached all the way to third where he was stranded.
That's a big strikeout right there. Now, last time up, Friend ripped one between the 5-6 hole. Lacey Dickin looked like he's moving more toward that 6 gap, but I'm not sure I'll give up the line right here.
One to one is your score. Top of the second. Engineers with runners on the corners. 2 outs. Knox is set. Here's the pitch home. Miss for ball 1. In a beautiful evening, just
It's turned gorgeous.
Yeah.
It was a cloudy day. We came out here, but it's a lot of blue skies now, which may be an issue in about an hour.
1-0. A miss high. 2-0. It's cool this morning. Had the privilege of going to see the Legends play today at 10 o'clock, 10:30 this morning.
It's a nice game time for the kids to go out and watch, right?
Yeah, they won 13-0. A couple
Nice.
back-to-back home runs and runners on the bags nonstop. Here's the 2-0. Miss going to make it 3-0.
Now, they're non-affiliated, right?
That's correct, yeah. Matter of fact, a couple of times they ended up just stopping the inning. The Legends scored like 6 runs or something with 2 outs, bases loaded. Like, that's all right, you guys can bat. And I'm thinking, the guy was getting ready to come up with a chance to hit a grand slam, and you took it away from him. But 3-0 count. The base is open, so not necessarily harming foul, but
well, I mean,
strike.
Better hope that guy's taking on that pitch because that's right down Broadway.
Yeah, it was.
And last time we saw that pitch, Friend ripped it in that 5-6 gap.
3 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs to Logan Friend. Runners on the corners. Briggs over at third, Moore at first. Here's the pitch. Gonna miss, gonna load him up. First walk given up by Kane Knox.
And that will push that runner to second base. Now he got him juiced for Hayden Wooler, who roasted one down the left field earlier as well. So, to me, Dickens got to kind of stay close to the bag. He's getting in the 5-6 gap. I bring my shortstop over versus getting off the line. That's just me, though.
Yeah, I would agree.
Still a big gap between the 5-6-0.
Bases loaded. Here's the pitch.
Right to Dickens.
Long throw to first, and they'll get it on the 5-3 ground out.
How beautifully did they play that one?
right on, right?
Yeah.
So they'll leave the bases loaded. They'll score 1 run. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Powell County and Estill County 1-1 here on the Powell County Sports Network.
The Powell County Sports Network would like to thank their sponsors and encourage you to choose businesses and organizations that support the broadcast of our young athletes, including our platinum sponsors, Uniquely Kentucky, Whitaker Bank, and Just Know You're Taken Care of Wherever Life Takes You, CG Bank. Our gold sponsors, Mercy Health, Markham and Wallace Hospital, Friends and Family Caring for Friends and Family, Powell County CSEP, encouraging you to be prepared and have an emergency plan, Appalachian Wireless, better service, bigger savings. Our silver sponsors, Hearn Funeral Home since 1939, Clark Regional Medical Center, care closer to home, Toyota South, exceptional customer service since 1915, Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, quality care that offers recovery and hope, Stanton A's Hardware, the helpful place, Powell County Farm Bureau, big on commitment. Our bronze sponsors, security and control from anywhere, Protect Security and Fire Systems, people serving people since 1912, People's Exchange Bank, helping families connect, honor, and remember, Wells Funeral Home, new items in stock, Allen's Hardware in Clay City, gifts and more, The Candle Hutch, U.S.-based GTX Manufacturing. They love pirate sports, so let's love them back.
Again, welcome back here to the Powell County High School and baseball action here at the Powell County City, or the Stanton City Park here in Stanton, Kentucky. Again, we are at 1-1 going into the bottom of the first inning. It will be for the Pirates, Del Rosario, Markham, and Trent for the Pirates. And if one person gets on, Bo Begley will round out that batting order for Powell County.
I think at this point you need to at least get some base runners, right? If not, obviously score some runs, but I think you can ill afford to go 1, 2, 3 and get right back out there again.
Well, Knox needs a little bit of a break. That's he's had
Correct.
two. He's
That's
had
my
two
point.
stressful innings.
Yeah.
They need to at least look at some pitches, give Kane a little bit of a break. Again, Dickon unavailable tonight, so where you go next, I don't know. But so far, he's thrown quite a few pitches here, Kane, already in the second inning.
So Jordan Del Rosario going to foul that first pitch off out of play, the left fielder. Oh, and 1. Give them all tied up at 1 apiece. Pirates had a run to come across the bottom of the first. The Engineers run to come across the top of the second. Here we are in the bottom of the second. Pitch on the outside for ball 1.
Now look at Del Rosario. He's more balanced. He's in the middle of the box a little bit more.
Here's the 1-1. Pop fly up. Catcher not going to get it. He's going to get there, and he will not.
Oh, he did. He just
Yeah, Griggs
didn't bring it in.
had it and Couldn't quite hold on to it.
I think he just kind of misread that early and then had to really sprint. He's on a dead sprint. Listen, I don't care how many times you see a catcher catch a ball like that. That is one of the toughest plays in the game.
Oh, yeah.
Running backwards away from everything, the ball spinning back the other way. That's a tough catch anytime. Most catchers make it look too easy.
And you're not lifting your glove up in the air. You're,
Correct.
kind of cradling it underneath. Here's the 1-2. Miss.
I think I feel the umpire about as much as the batter.
Yeah, right. I actually thought it was going to come up over the fence. Thought it was going to be a little bit more towards us when it first made contact. Here's the 2-2. Right to the shortstop, Drake. And he'll make the play on the 6-3 ground out. Out number 1. Now stepping up to the plate, the DH, Noah Markham.
It's good contact that time by Jordan. Just hit it right at Drake, and the vacuum cleaner there at shortstop. I'm not going to let that happen very often here.
Right.
Got to talk good about Mike again. Or, excuse me, I did say it, though. Bryce. I was fortunate enough to coach Mike over here in basketball, and one of the best kids ever coached, probably. Now over at Estill County.
Pitch for a strike.
Inside corner on Markham that time.
It's a good family, the Drakes.
Yes, they are.
Here's the 0-1. I'll foul that one off down the third base line. Left-handed hitter. 2-2 now to Markham.
Angie, awful good person too out of Estill County. There's good people in Estill County. I'm just kidding, but.
You're just kidding that there's good
people? No. I'm saying there are some really good people at Estill County.
Agreed. Yeah, agreed.
And Angie's one of those good folk.
So we have a good time with our Estill County friends, don't we?
We do.
Here's the 0-2. Oh, struck him out. I thought that was a little bit on the outside, but didn't matter.
I think got a little bit of a sales job by the catcher, a little bit of a late call, but it was a good pitch. So I have no problem with the strikeout right there. It was a really good pitcher's pitch, kind of backdoor curveball. Just froze Markham.
Now stepping up to the plate, the number 8 hitter in the order. Number 4, the shortstop, Dylan Trent.
We need somehow, some way for Dylan to extend this at bat.
Yeah, I would agree. Again, I think the more time that Knox has, again, you can ill afford just kind of just rush him right back out there after Estill County has had runners on in both innings. Here's the 0-1.
Ken, it dented the fence. To see what that would have done to your face if it come back through.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah.
Right there.
Right there.
That's a good one.
I mean, that one actually had you right in the nose if it comes through that one.
Well, I kind of was over a little bit this way. My glove
Maybe.
would have caught it.
Okay.
I'd have caught that one. I was right there.
Umpire going over. I guess let them know. I need some baseballs, guys.
Right.
Don't make me walk over here again.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Sideline warning, right?
Yeah.
Bench warning. Here comes the 0-2 from Logan Friend to Dylan Trent.
Nice.
Down in the dirt. Didn't go for it. Thought about it, though, didn't he?
Well, when you're down in the strike and it's pitcher's count, you got to expect the curveball. But if he surprises you with that fastball, you got to be ready too. So it's a good one. It's a good 0-2 pitch right there.
Curveball.
I throw another one, yeah.
1-2. Here's the pitch.
Or just throw the heater right behind.
Right, bring the heat. So the Pirates, unfortunately, will go 3 up and 3 down. They'll leave nobody stranded here. We're still tied at 1 apiece as we'll head to the top of the third. You're listening to, as soon as I can find it, we're going to take a commercial break while I get myself, or not a commercial break, a station break here real quick. I got to get myself straight on our board.
WSKV 104.9 FM Pickup Country and ListenLikeALocal.com are your official broadcasting partners for the Powell County Sports Network.
Thinking about buying a home, starting a business, or tackling a renovation? Whitaker Bank is here to help you make it happen. This is David Johnson, and I'm the senior commercial lender at Whitaker Bank in Stanton. We understand that every financial decision is personal. That's why we offer expert guidance tailored to your needs. Let's find the right solution for you. Call me today at 606-663-2283, and let's take the next step together. Whitaker Bank, Uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Hey, I'm Wyatt Denniston, the owner of Stanton Ace Hardware. At Ace, we are known for being the helpful place, and we pride ourselves on accomplishing that goal each day with each customer. We are constantly working on expanding our rental department, now including skid steers, mini excavators, mini skid steers with ditch witch and auger attachments. We also have delivery options available. Shop local, save money, and get quality products from people who love this community. We are Stanton Ace Hardware, supporting the broadcast of our Powell County Pirates.
You're listening to PCSN.
And welcome back here to the top of the third inning. Estill County versus Powell County, 56th District matchup here. Battled for the 1 seed in the 56th District. Again, Estill County is, they 4-0.
I believe that
with
is
this
what
one.
it is.
Powell County at 0-1. But again, this game is this is it. Again, Estill won the first one by 1. Powell needs to win this one by 1 or more, and a chance at the 1 seed.
Now stepping up to the plate, the number 4 hitter in the lineup is going to get that one down the line, and it is fair.
Ball.
Yeah, it's going to go all the way to the fence. That's easily going to be a stand-up double. Didn't even have a chance to get Cooper Powell's name out, the third baseman, but he'll lead off with a double. Now coming up to the plate will be in number 11, Bryce Drake, the shortstop. Struck out his first plate appearance. That was just a shot down third base line there. Not a lot that the left fielder for the Pirates, Jordan Del Rosario, could have done. That was just a good hit.
Well, I mean, it was down toward the line, and he had no chance of catching that ball, so.
So runner at second to lead off here in the top of the third. Here's the pitch. He's going to bunt it, throw down to first, and they'll easily get that one, but he did his job. He'll advance the runner. So he'll be out on a fielder's choice bunt. For out number 1, that will send Powell down to third. Now stepping up, the first baseman, Mason Rader, had a single and eventual run scored himself.
That single last time was a questionable call for us. It was a ground ball hit the Carter, and they couldn't get the transfer back to the pitcher at first base. So infield actually playing back.
So 1 out now with runner down the third base.
Runner dancing around at third base, trying to draw the attention of Kane Knox, see if he can break his concentration, throw a bad pitch here.
I like that, gamemanship, for lack of a better way of putting it, right? I like it when you do stuff like that in order to hit somebody's head. I don't care if you're at second base or
it's your
whatever
job.
base.
I think that's your job as a base runner, is to try to take a little attention off of the batter and make a mistake. And you make the mistake, then the hitter takes advantage of that.
Yeah,
and
just enough, right?
Your team's ahead. So
just enough, even if it's out of the corner of their eye, right?
Exactly.
2-0 count. Here's the pitch.
Oh, man, nice comeback fastball that stayed inside apparently.
Well, 2-1. I think he motioned that was a strike going in that direction.
I thought it was a strike, but
yeah, his mannerisms are a little not able to keep up with him in some respects. There's a shot to the shortstop. The runner will score. Long throw over to first, and nice job by Dylan Carter to actually glove that one. So the 6-3 ground out on the fielder's choice, out number 2, but Powell will come in and score again. Had that leadoff double. Now stepping up to the plate, the catcher Mason Griggs. He had a single, stolen base, and was stranded over at third. The Engineers now lead 2-1. Base is empty. Here's the pitch. Miss.
Awkward off the mound that time. Did he catch a spike or?
I know. I'd like to be able to see home plate just a little bit better myself.
I got it pretty good. You told me it's been dirty?
Yeah. We'll miss 2-0. Went head hunting on that one. Not really, but,
Right at
sailed away.
Right at the bill of his cap.
Yeah. Don't want to hit anybody, that's for sure. You don't want any base runners on hit by pitch. 2-0 count. Swing and a miss. Good pitch that time by Knox.
I don't know if that's a changeup or not, but I tell you what, he was way out in front of it.
Yep. Took a little off of it, that's for sure. Broke late. 2-1. Yeah, Mason Griggs up at the plate. Kane Knox on the mound. That's going to be trouble. It's going to be trouble. Del Rosario
Until they caught
will
it.
make the catch. So that'll be the third out. The Engineers, though, will get a leadoff double, and the run will come across. They'll lead 2-1. We'll head to the bottom of the second here on the Powell County Sports Network.
Attention Appalachia, looking for the hottest deals on the latest smartphones? There's only one real choice, and that's Appalachian Wireless. Right now, you can save big on today's top devices with our amazing limited time offers. Switch today and enjoy our unbeatable savings, nationwide coverage with some good old hometown service you can trust. Don't wait, these deals won't last forever. Visit us at your nearest Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us online at AppalachianWireless.com because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
You deserve a bank that truly values you. At People's Exchange Bank, they pride themselves on providing personalized service that other banks just can't match. Whether you're needing a checking account, a home loan, or financial advice, our team of local professionals have you covered. Visit 53 East Pendleton Street in Stanton or visit them online at pebank.com. Join their family of satisfied customers today and experience the hometown difference at People's Exchange Bank, where banking is about you. People's Exchange Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
And coming back here to the Powell County High School, this is Dave following along with Ken Simon, Ethan on the computer showing your good visuals on Facebook or YouTube. We are at now 2-1. Estill County on top as we go to the bottom of the third inning. And be for the Pirates, it will be Begley, Wells, and Carter. 9-1-2 in the order. Again, we got to have a quick inning at some point for Knox. Last one wasn't terrible. They let off with a double and scored that run fairly quickly with a sacrifice bunt and a ground out. Scored that runner fairly easily, but still, runners high pressure situation on Knox. Got to get him out of there with an easier inning.
Yeah, the first two batters, one pitch each, right? First pitch, double. The second pitch, the bunt. That advanced the runner down to third. So, again, Pirates need to get something going for themselves here.
Yeah, but that's what Estill County is trying to do. Again, they got the double. You got your six hitter up, Drake, who's been hitting pretty good on the season. He goes ahead and lays one down, put that runner at third base. Then you're scoring with a ground ball. Again, just good small ball, baseball, if you will. Again, you're giving yourself up to try to move that runner one more base to score on an easier play. So now Pirates got to get something going on their side.
And Logan Friend on the mound for the Engineers. I'll pop that one up back here behind us for strike one to Bo Begley, the number 9 hitter, as David mentioned.
And they were coming hard from the corners looking for a bunt that time.
Yes,
by Begley.
they were. Yeah, he's got some wheels. He's got good speed. 0-1 the count. We miss high for ball one.
I think that was a purpose pitch. I think he threw that one exactly where he wanted to try to see if Begley was trying to bunt that ball.
1-1. A miss high. 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike to the second baseman for the Pirates. Again, trailing the Engineers 2-1 here in the bottom of the third. It's the pitch. Make it 3-1. We'll take a leadoff walk. Three-one count. Here's the pitch. Gonna miss.
That's
Gonna
one
get
way
the
to do
walk.
it.
Yeah. So Bo Begley will go down to first on the walk.
Now
Bring
let's-
up Levi Wells.
Now, sorry, but let's see if Powell County comes back with a little switcheroo here and goes bunt by Wells. Again, Levi handles the bat really well. He can also go the other way with hit and run. To me, you can do a couple things here with Levi.
Again, the leadoff hitter will head back to the top of the lineup. Taking a look over at first. Throw back over, and he'll get back safely.
Standing. And Coach Spencer at first base. Coach Begley coaching third, calling the offensive plays.
Taking a look over at Begley over at first is the pitcher Friend. Finally set, and then Wells going to call time. I like that call. Right? Sometimes you're in that box a little bit too long, and the pitcher, I don't say he thinks he's in control, but you know what I'm saying at this point? Like, no, I'm not ready either. I'm going to make you wait for me. Regardless of team. Here's the pitch home. There's a base hit between third and short. Ball's going to go by all the way to the fence. The run will score, and believe it or not, he's going to get all the way to third, and they're going to stop him. Wow. Costly error that time by the Engineers as Begley will come all the way across.
So single and a two-base error on the left fielder. That ball just went right under his glove, rolled all the way to the fence. He had no chance. That was Jack Sneese out in left field. Center fielder had to come over from his normal position all the way over to pick up that ball at the fence, and by that time Wells scampered all the way to third base.
Yeah, it was a good base hit, and then was able to take advantage there. Pitch on the outside to Dylan Carter.
No, it was a solid base hit. It's just really poorly played.
I think he raised his glove up. Either it hopped over his glove or he raised it up and it went underneath, but regardless, that
big play.
Yeah, costly errors were all tied up at 2 apiece. Oh, on the inside.
Nice job by the catcher that time. He's going to go out and have a conversation with his pitcher.
I thought that was going to get by him almost. Nice job by Griggs.
And, you know, if you're the pitcher, okay, I kind of threw what I wanted to. Wells did a good job of putting the ball in play, but defense kind of let him down out in the outfield. That runner should have been at third base. You should have runners first and third. Nobody has scored.
Yes.
Now we got a tie, back to tie game, and you're more of a pressure situation with the runner at third base. Infield in for Estill County. Show some respect to the Pirates there.
2-0 pitch count. Here's the pitch. Called strike. It's a good one to take.
Nice pitch to the corner that time, but to me, that's Dylan's pitch. That's the one he wants to kind of slap the other way.
I think at that point, I'm not sure that he was able to even pick it up after the first 2 pitches were balls, right? I'm not so sure what he was thinking or looking for. Going to miss on the outside, make it 3-1.
Again, try to just push the limits. Goes a little bit further outside. Try to get Carter to chase. I think he's looking for something inside.
3 balls and 1 strike. There's a chopper right to the second baseman. They're going to get the throw over to first.
Well played by Estill County.
So back-to-back ground outs for Dylan Carter on that 4-3 for out number 2, or excuse me, out number 1. My apologies.
That was, again, infield drawn in. You couldn't hit a door spot if you're Carter, again, right to the second baseman. I like the fact that Powell County was not going on contact on that play because he would have been dead out at the plate. But now you bring up Carter Poe here. You should be able to trust this guy to put it in play and score the run.
Yeah, nice job by Berkeley Hardy, the second baseman for the Engineers. So let's see what Carter Poe is able to do. It's going to miss for a ball. Actually struck out, but it was a wild pitch and therefore unable to be gloved cleanly by Griggs, and Poe was able to make his way all the way around to get the first run for the Pirates.
Again, goes to 2-0.
With 1 out. Drew Miller on deck for the Pirates. We're all tied up again, 2-2 here. Bottom of the third. Long time coming. I'm stepping out. Yeah, good call. I like that by Carter Poe. And sometimes when you're standing in that box right a little bit too long, it's like, okay, you're
all locked
step
up.
Out. Yeah, I got to step out and get reset. Here's the 2-0. Didn't go. 3-0.
He thought about it. But here's a guy, if I'm Estill County, this cat's not beating me. If we put him at first, it's not that big of a deal. We can try to turn double play if he gets on first. Not a big deal if you walk this guy.
Here's the 3-0. Getting runner at third for the Pirates. Gonna miss. Gonna get the walk.
And also, I really do believe that was almost an intentional walk.
Yeah.
To Carter Poe. If he doesn't chase, it's okay. Now you got the catcher who has really good speed, by the way, Drew Miller. Got a base hit last time up. We'll see if he can duplicate that feat again.
So runners on the corners for the Pirates. Drew Miller stepping up to the plate.
Play sign. Play call, but everybody's checking their armbands. I'd say he's going if I were having to venture a guess.
One out here. Bottom of the third. All tied up at 2 apiece between the Powell County Pirates playing host to the Estill County Engineers. Drew Miller up at the plate. Logan Friend, the pitcher for Estill.
They faked the steal, pulled it back. It got them to, again, yell it out. It's still a fastball that time up.
So the pitch was the ball, making it 1-0. I like the idea at least of showing that, right?
No, I mean, you got to see how they're going to play it. Do they pitch out?
Exactly.
Or how do you do it, right?
Yeah, but I think that was good as far as making it seem like you're going to bunt. 1-0 count. Runner goes, and he's going to pop it up. That's trouble. And they're going to get the double play. Yep, sure enough. Unable to execute the bunt, a tip, pop it up. So it's going to be, what, a U?
F2 and a 2-3 on the put out on the double play.
So the Pirates will get one run across. We're all tied up at 2 apiece. We'll take another break.
Hi, I'm Michael Bucky Wilson, CEO, President of CG Bank. Here at CG Bank, community means everything. It's why we do what we do. At CG Bank, we are your hometown bank, and we are here for you because we are you. We are not here just building business, but building relationships. That's community banking. That's my bank. Stop by any of our 7 convenient locations in Irvin, Richmond, Berea, London, or Stanton and see what community banking is all about, or visit us online at cg.bank.
Citizens Guarantee Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Qualifications and rules may apply. See institution for details.
Protect Security are proud sponsors of your Powell County Pirates sports.
You need to check with Monty from Protect Security. There's no install charge on the base system. No phone line is needed, so all you have to worry about is a small monthly fee. They can install cameras. They can do full home automation, fully interactive so that you can lock your doors when you're away from home. That's your local security company. Protect Security, keeping your home, business, or other location safe and secure. Give them a call today, 663-9348.
You're listening to PCSN.
All right, welcome back here again. The Powell County Pirates were able to tie it up, but again, really left a lot out there, in my opinion, that inning. Again, to me, a questionable call. Looked like the runner was going and the bunt was on. Again, the pop-up by Miller led to the double play at first base. So, I mean, you got to make sure the bunt's down if you're at first. I don't see a lot of times where it's really a run and bunt in that situation, runner at first and third. I would have much rather seen a straight steal of second, and if they throw down, we maybe try to score Wells. Maybe a bad throw goes into the center. There's a lot of options there, but I like the straight steal, leave Miller up the bat with a chance to drive in too. Instead, we get another runner at third base.
Even if that was the second pitch to Miller, even if I'm dropping the bat and pulling it back as it comes across as Poe is going, right? Mm-hmm. I'm just saying at that point, right, make it at least seem like it, I'm going to pull out, because at that point, even if it's a strike, you're still 1-1. You got potentially a runner over at second.
I just where I was in the order right there with Miller, again, he probably one of your best hitters right now, so I would have liked the straight steal. If it was me, I'd like the straight steal first.
I would agree.
Follow, if you get thrown out, so be it. You got, again, like I said, it's got to be a really good throw. If they throw through, they might not even throw through. So That's just me.
Well, I'm going to apologize to the listeners. I find myself a lot of times a lot of the things that you say, I'm like, yep, I agree. But I do.
You apologize for agreeing with me?
Yeah, but I do. I don't make it seem like every time you say something I'm agreeing with it, but yet a lot of times, but we do. It's going to be a foul ball off the end of the bat to Hayden Fletcher, the DH.
You know, when you're older baseball fans like we are now, you've seen a lot, you've done a lot, you kind of expect certain things. I'm not saying anything's wrong. There's probably not a terrible play they made, but
well, there are certain scenarios, right? At that point, you're playing what, the statistics
if I'm
would
deeper
show
in the
you.
order, probably. But where I was in the order, I'd probably go ahead and play for a big inning right there.
I would agree. 1-1.
Like I said, still be aggressive on the bases. You're just
well, again, if you're going to steal the base. Why do I need to put down a bunt? You don't.
No need.
You don't. And a hit and run, you're not going to bunt on a hit and run. Not in that situation anyway.
No. You shouldn't. I don't think anyway.
Back here behind us.
What do we know? Just missed the van.
Just missed the people.
Not the van. They're getting the block from the sun where they are.
1-2 now is the pitch count. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Hayden Fletcher, number 8 hitter in the lineup. Dawson Moore, the number 9, and then
nice curveball.
Yep. Nice job by Kane Knox to get, I believe, his 4th strikeout. And now Dawson Moore stepping up to the plate.
You are correct, sir.
He had a big single his last time and an RBI.
Now, look at the flag. It is blowing now. Look which direction the flag is blowing in left field. It's a rarity here.
It is.
Actually blowing out to the left. Well, maybe that's why the ball's been carrying so well out there.
Gonna miss to Moore.
And where Del Rosario is playing out there, there's zero chance he can get back on a fly ball that's deep.
Oh, no, that's not happening.
Playing a shallow left and playing pretty far over towards center.
Here's the 1-0. Going to be to right field. And nice job by Carter Poe for the fly out for out number 2. Now we'll head back up to the top of the order for the Engineers. Coming up, number 5, the second baseman, Berkeley Hardy. He's had a couple of good defensive plays. Struck out both plate appearances.
Struck out looking and struck out swinging the first time and looking the last time.
I've noticed I've not reversed my K's on
your sheet.
Nope. There's a high fly pop fly. Del Rosario's going to go back, and he'll make the catch.
Okay, at the wall.
Yeah, at the warning track, let's say. So fly out on the first pitch for out number 3. The Engineers will go 1-2-3 for the first time here in the game. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Powell County CSEP Director Kevin Babcock wants you to be prepared.
Like the Lady Pirates and Pirates, we train for success. Do you know your zone? Do you have an emergency plan? Be prepared. Have a disaster kit with water, non-perishable foods, clothes, toiletries, and anything else you may need. For information on how to prepare for an incident, stop by the Emergency Operations Center here in Stanton or contact the local CSEP office at 606-663-7560.
Toyota South in Richmond is moving forward. Family owned and operated since 1915. Meet General Manager Charlie Johnson.
As a native of Powell County, I would like to personally invite you to take the short drive to Toyota South in Richmond. Between Toyota South and our 5 other dealerships, we keep around 600 used cars, trucks, and sport utility vehicles. So, regardless of what you're looking for in a used vehicle, chances are we have it, and as General Manager of Toyota South, I will make your short drive well worth your time. Come see me soon at Toyota South in Richmond.
Toyota South in Richmond. Online at toyotasouth.com or call their friendly staff at 877-605-4326.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
And welcome back here to the Powell County Sports Network here on WSKV. Also going to be viewed on YouTube and Facebook tonight, so check us out on that WSKV link. Also, you can listen to us on the radio or online. Powell County Pirates able to get that quick inning that time for Kyle. We are now
Kane,
yeah.
Yeah,
bro.
Will you go back to last year?
Yeah, it was.
Kyle Nickel.
For Kane Knox to get that easier inning, if you will. Again, that last ball hit to the track. We just talked about the wind blowing out, and it got to the warning track.
Yeah,
so,
it carried.
for the Pirates in the bottom of the fourth inning. It will be Dickin, Del Rosario, and Markham coming to plate. And we are probably, 30 to 45 minutes away from a possible Sunderland.
Well, let's see. Maybe we can get through this.
I don't think so.
Gonna miss.
Maybe some clouds will come in, as Ethan says.
Again, Lacey Dickin up the plate. Popped one up to the first baseman, his first plate appearance. Going to
ball
another
two.
Ball, yep, 2-0 now. In the bottom of the fourth inning, all tied up to a piece between the Powell County Pirates and the Estill County Engineers. Going to make it 3-0 on 3 straight pitches. Again, boys, 56th District baseball game here. The Engineers defeated the Pirates 7-6. Their first matchup over at Estill County.
Ball 4. Oh, strike 1. Late call. Now, granted, when Lacey kind of backed out of there, I get he is a little bit taller, and that probably was a strike on the inside corner.
And he probably should have just hung right there, right?
That one's
going to miss.
Not.
Yep. Going to get a leadoff walk. What happened last inning?
So now does Dickin run for himself here? I guess so. Del Rosario, known for his bat. Very unlikely that he would bunt, but who knows? Jordan coming in at a 154 clip for the Pirates. Again, they have heated up a little bit here in the last few games as Dickin dives back in on a throw over.
Getting better at times, right? As far as the collective. And other times, obviously, based on the pitching, etc. There's a fly ball to center field. And it will be caught. So the fly out to center field for out number 1. Nice shot that time by Dawson Moore. It almost looked like he underhanded that one. Did he at the end? Did he turn his glove over?
Oh, I wouldn't. Talking about the center fielder?
Yeah.
I don't.
I didn't necessarily see him catch it like this. It felt
No,
like
he
at
caught
the
it down
end
here, down low, yeah.
Yeah. Now stepping up to the plate is Noah Markham. Throw over to first. Lacey Dickin is back safely. So 1 out. Runner at first for the Pirates. Markham up at the plate. Here's the pitch home. Foul that one off down the third base line for strike 1. Left-handed hitter is Markham, the DH.
He says right on that plate too, Ken.
That never felt comfortable to me.
Nor I.
There's the 0-1. Foul that one
And
off.
again, he couldn't get any extension.
Right, yeah.
Can't get that bat hit after quick enough to really get to that pitch. That's just, again, it's hitting's a art and hitting is an individual thing. And if you like it there, I'm sure you got your reasons for being there. Just not my preference.
Well, that could be a coaching preference as
It
well,
could be, right,
You know,
right.
again, maybe you're going to get hit by a pitch, and let's see if we can't get some runners on the bags. Here's the 0-2. Gonna miss for ball 1.
Here's the way I look at that, though. These guys need to go buy a bunch of those elbow guards and arm guards, because if they're going to stand there, let's just armor up and take some hit by pitches in there.
Not that we don't see hit by pitch, because we do, but it's not as often as you might think. Oh, swing that one foul down the third base line. Count
Again,
remains 1-2.
we're just a little late getting the bat head back around, so that tells me that he's kind of jamming himself just a touch.
Yeah.
So, again, I think just off the plate, a touch would help a little, but I'm beating a broken record, isn't it? For me.
1-2 with 1 out. Runner at first. Here's the pitch home. Going to miss on the outside, 2-2.
I wasn't the greatest hitter in the world in my day, that's for sure. But I tell you what, you have to study a lot of hitting and a lot of approaches. It's just
Throw back over to first safely.
All these things are personal preferences.
Again, like we've talked as well, though, every 10 plate appearances you get on 3 times.
3 times you're successful.
I mean, where else are you going to go where you hit, 30% or, and that's success. Gonna miss.
Well,
take the count full.
So you got the Estill County folks saying nice pitch. I'm not saying it wasn't. It was right there, but there's no way Markham can hit that pitch. I mean, it's almost at the barrel of the bat. So it was a close pitch if it doesn't hit him.
Count full. Another throw back over to first.
It's kind of like this. They're standing so tight to the plate, Ken. Anything that doesn't hit him is a strike.
Well, that's a good way of looking at it. Yeah,
that's what I mean. It's kind of is,
Count is full. Here's a pitch home, and we'll get the strikeout. It's a good cut. Just didn't make the contact. Out number 2. That'll bring up the shortstop, Dylan Trent, batting in the 8th spot here tonight. Trent struck out his first plate appearance.
That's much more balanced in the box right there, that middle.
Yeah, he's back just a little bit, isn't he?
He's in about the middle of the box. He's a couple inches from the front line, so I'm better with that. Gives you a little bit of space.
Here's the pitch. Oh, jammed him.
And he might have hit himself in the hand by that one.
Yeah.
Good wheels by Begley getting over to this foul ball.
Could have laid off of that one. Again, the way that it jammed him there. It's going to be a strike, obviously, on the
That might have been a little bit of a
tip.
thumb ball.
I mean, he jammed him, right? I mean, he literally, there was no action on his bat until it literally was on top of him. And that's not to say he didn't try and get out of the way, other than just made enough contact. Here's the 0-1. This on the outside for 1-1. And we're all tied up at 2 apiece, bottom of the 4th. Powell County Pirates playing host to the Estill County Engineers, boys 56th District baseball game here in Stanton. 1-1 pitch count. Here's the pitch home. Chopper going to be fouled down the first base line.
Late swing by Dylan.
1-2 to Trent. On deck, if he gets on base, number 9 hitter and second baseman, Bo Begley.
Need to try to turn the lineup over, and what I say about that is if we can get this young man on, it brings the 9 hitter up, and then you're back at the top of the order. So if you ever hear us talk about referring to turning the lineup over, that's what gets it done.
There's the 1-2. Runner does go. And he's going to get down safely on the stolen base. Two and 2 is the count. And runner in scoring position now. And Lacey Dickin. 2-2 pitch count to Dylan Trent, the shortstop for the Pirates. Deuces are wild. Long time coming from Friend. Here's the pitch. I'll foul that one off. Just I noticed looking over there, the Mets is still one of those little league teams. I coached the Mets. My son was on the Mets back when they were little. I do like the Mets uniforms, though. I like their hats, too, that blue and orange.
Good colors, right?
There's the 2-2, yep. And it's going to be caught by Friend. A little popper right back up to the pitcher for out number 3. The Pirates will leave one stranded. They'll come up empty. We're still tied at 2 apiece here on the Powell County Sports Network.
The Powell County Sports Network would like to thank their sponsors and encourage you to choose businesses and organizations that support the broadcast of our young athletes, including our platinum sponsors, Uniquely Kentucky, Whitaker Bank, and Just Know You're Taken Care of Wherever Life Takes You, CG Bank. Our gold sponsors, Mercy Health, Markham and Wallace Hospital, Friends and Family Caring for Friends and Family, Powell County CSAP, encouraging you to be prepared and have an emergency plan. Appalachian Wireless, better service, bigger savings. Our silver sponsors, Hearn Funeral Home since 1939. Clark Regional Medical Center, care closer to home. Toyota South, exceptional customer service since 1915. Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, quality care that offers recovery and hope. Stanton Ace Hardware, the helpful place. Powell County Farm Bureau, big on commitment. Our bronze sponsors, security and control from anywhere. Protect Security and Fire Systems, people serving people since 1912. People's Exchange Bank, helping families connect, honor, and remember. Wells Funeral Home, new items in stock. Allen's Hardware in Clay City, gifts and more. The Candle Hutch, U.S.-based GTX Manufacturing. They love pirate sports, so let's love them back.
Yeah, welcome back here to the Powell County High School. 2-2 your score. Powell County versus Estill County battle for the 1 seed in the 56th district. Mentioned softball sign-ups, registration, that is closed for tonight. But again, you can still register through May 10th. And if you have an online or in-person registration, the next one will be on May the 10th, 11 to 2, here at the City Park.
And there are some flyers that are going around with a QR code that you could
get those young girls out there playing some softball.
Yeah,
we really
for
need to build our program up. Amber is going to do a really good job with that this year.
Pop fly coming up here behind us. Going to be strike one to Logan Friend. Number 2 hitter in the lineup, followed by Hayden Woolery and Cooper Powell, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the top of the 5th. Here's the pitch. There's a grounder to second, high hop, and throw over to first, and it'll be there. Nice job by the shortstop, Dylan Trenton. It actually just bounced right up into his glove, right? Didn't necessarily go down a long distance.
But he played that really aggressively. He came at it hard, waited for it to take the friendly hop. He went right into his glove, makes a nice throw to first, a little low. Dylan Carter over there to dig it out for him. But again, that was well fielded by the shortstop, Dylan Trent, who really is just learning the position. So nice job there by him.
Now stepping up to the plate, Hayden Woolery, the right fielder. Got a single and a ground out. It's going to be low for ball 1. Cooper Powell on deck. Base is empty. Again, we're all tied up at 2 apiece. Top of the 5th. Here's the 1-0. Down on the dirt, make it 2-0. Last time we saw Kane, he struggled on the mound where it looked like he was kind of placing the ball. Tonight I feel like he's back to his normal cadence, if you will.
Yeah, he was kind of falling off to this side more often in that outing.
Here's the 2-0. There's a chopper down to third. Lacey Dickin, long throw over to first, and look at the 5-3 ground out.
One thing about having a good arm with Lacey, I tell you what, there's no problem getting out at first base.
No, I love the patience as well, right? He
Well,
fielded it cleanly, right? Took his time and made a nice throw over to first. Nice job by Dylan Carter as well.
You know, when you throw the ball mid-80s, that ball going to first base, you're going to throw out a lot of runners.
Base is empty, 2 outs now. Cooper Powell, the third baseman, up at the
Hit
plate.
it hard twice.
Missed for ball 1. Yeah, his last plate appearance had a leadoff double and eventual run scored.
And that was a deep fly ball to center field
Yeah.
that Wells ran down.
Here's the 1-0.
Oh, nice.
Strike.
Nice.
Yeah.
Slow curveball by Knox. I don't know if I've seen that pitch so far tonight.
It almost kind of had a little backdoor action to
That
it,
was a
didn't
nice
it? Kind of came across and looked like it kind of cut in just a little bit. Nice pitch. Here's the 1-1.
Ooh.
Oh, just misses low and outside for ball 2. He's not called that pitch though all night.
He hasn't,
so he's been
not
consistent.
that low. So this is a little bit taller hitter.
2-1. Again to Cooper Powell. There's a shot right up the middle. We'll get the single.
Tell you what, he hits it hard. Bryce Drake now to the plate. Again, good hitter in Drake.
Struck out and
coming in at 270.
had a bunt. His last plate appearance to try and advance the runner. He was thrown out. Oh, nice pitch as well.
Yeah, he hasn't went to that pitch often, but I tell you what, that is a good pitch for him that they haven't seen. Third time around, nice pitch.
Yeah, you get in the later rounds, right? You think you know what's coming, and all of a sudden they get.
Saw a pitch first time of the game, right?
Yeah. Here's the 0-1.
Another one.
There's a grounder, and it's going to get through.
Got to field that ball.
Yeah. Lacey Dickham was in front of Trent, and I don't know if he tried to make a stab at it and just kind of missed it, or if they got crossed up. Not quite sure what happened there.
I thought it almost went through. It went off his glove for sure, but I almost went through the glove, but obviously it didn't. But this man up has hurt us a couple times tonight. It single, scored a run, and the last time over the ground out to shortstop with an RBI.
So 2 outs.
To me, let's focus on the batter.
Yeah, and then back-to-back runners at first. So the Engineers have a runner at first, runner at second. Mason Rader, the first baseman, up at the plate.
Steps off. This is one of those kids, again, that's real tight to the plate. If you throw in on the hands, not sure what he can do with that pitch, but we may find out.
Knox looking over at first. Finally comes set. Here's the pitch home. Swing and a miss for a foul tip for strike 1.
Just don't think he can get that inside pitch. If you get that up, I don't think he can get around on it. If he does it, the only thing he can do is hit a foul, in my opinion.
0-1 the count. Again, 2 outs.
Get it up and in and with good steam on it.
Here's the pitch. Fly ball to center field. Trouble. And nope, make the catch.
Yeah, he made it look fun.
He did make it look fun, didn't he? So a fly out to center field for out number 3. They'll leave 2 stranded, come up empty on the scoreboard. We're still tied at 2 apiece heading to the bottom of the 5th.
Mercy Medical Clinic of Powell County, a service of Markham and Wallace Memorial Hospital, is personal primary care for you and your family. Receive the best care from highly trained physician Dr. Julie Kennan and family nurse practitioners Sandra McCoy and Felicia Estes right here in your community. Mercy Medical Clinic of Powell County, located on Irvin Road in Clay City, is convenient primary care with same-day appointments. Call 606-663-2153 to schedule your appointment today. New patients are being accepted. Trust Mercy Medical Clinic of Powell County. Friends and family caring for friends and family.
Hearn Funeral Home has been family-owned since 1939 and is currently under the direction of Hondo Hearn. They have proudly served the families of Powell County and other surrounding counties for over 75 years, helping them to celebrate with compassionate care, dignity, and respect at an affordable price. Contact Hearn Funeral Home for all your pre-planning needs at 606-663-4375.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Charles Childers Field here at Stanton City Park. Dave Faulkner along with Ken Simon and also Ethan Moore. Be Bo Begley, Levi Wells, and Dylan Carter coming up here in this tie contest. Good old good one here at the Powell County High School. Good crowd here tonight. More blue than red. I'll give Estill County the win on crowd. But we do have a lot of folks down beyond the dugout that we can't see. So that being said, the people I can see are more blue.
Well, it could be the Mets Little League team as well.
They'd have a good crowd over there. The other people has a good crowd over there at it. Again, you know, I said soccer's going on as well. So, again, a lot of stuff going on here at the grounds. But
beautiful evening. Been great weather.
Also, the
couple
girls
of days
are at Lee County tonight. Another big contest for the district seed. I was trying to think of somebody I could text to find out a little information about that game.
So leading off, as David said, Bo Begley. Last time he got a walk and an eventual run scored. See if he can do it again. Squares around like he's going to bunt, and the ball's going to get by for ball 1. I like that. Again, I like the idea of actually coming out along those lines, and he's got some speed and quickness. You almost expect Bo Begley to potentially lay one down. So square around again. He's going to pull back. Going to miss high for ball 2.
Be nice to get him on here and to get back to the top of the order. Then you could do some things with the bat, moving him around. Begley with good speed as well. Not the guy you want to walk if you're Estill County.
2-0 is the count. Bottom of the 5th, Powell County Pirates up at the plate. Squares around again. Hill's going to take a called strike.
Estill County breathing in her throw to third. Coming into first. I'm not sure the bunt gets through. I think that's more to show right here.
Show bunt and then pull back and swing, right? Chopper down to first, and it's an out.
Wow, nice job. Like a foul ball.
Nice job by Griggs. He actually was able to field that one in the field of play and just easily stepped on the bag for the unassisted out. Now stepping up is Levi Wells. Had a single, but stretched it all the way out to a triple on an error by Jax Neese, the left fielder. However, he was stranded. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike one. We're getting close, David, as far as
we
the
are.
sun, aren't we?
We are. I don't think we can go past the next one.
I think this might be it. Here's the pitch. Got just enough on that one. Unfortunately, it's going to be a strike.
You know, I'll sadly say, too, the last time we had a delay, it was the last time we broadcast. It was about an hour. Not sure hopefully it won't be that long tonight, but tonight looks like it's right a little bit further towards center field, so it's actually maybe in worse spot than it was last week. I glanced at it and I'm blind now for a second or two.
Here's the 0-2. I'll foul that one off. Count remains 0-2 to Levi Wells, center fielder for the Pirates. Long time coming here. Logan Friend, pitcher for the Engineers. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he'll get him on the curveball for out number 2. I'll bring up Dylan Carter, the first baseman for the Pirates. He's grounded out twice to the second baseman.
It was a good high curveball that time by Estill County and Friend to get Wells. Had to chase it. Just a good pitch.
Left-handed hitter is Dylan Carter. Getting 0 for 2 on the night. Got a miss.
Gary Hammonds is your home plate umpire. Gary, out of Knott County, coached a long time here in Knott County with baseball. Very knowledgeable man. He's been here several times for some delays, so he does understand. And
yeah, he knows, doesn't he?
He understands the issue. And
yeah, he's going to try and push this inning, right? You know,
yeah.
and then probably take it from there because it's close.
I think it's probably within 5 minutes of being rough.
It's getting there right now as it is.
Yeah, right now I don't think the batter is in too much of an issue.
No, I would agree, especially with the bill of the cap. Here's the pitch. Going to miss on the outside.
You can tell when
2-0.
the catcher starts really flinching or the umpire is really flinching, the batter's kind of flinching. When all three of those things are starting to happen, you know it's getting rough.
(2-0) is the count. Number 2 hitter in the lineup, Dylan Carter for the Pirates. 2 outs.
Oh, I looked up too quick.
Pop up to the shortstop for out number 3. So the Pirates will go 3 up and 3 down. We'll head to the top of the 6th here on the Powell County Sports Network.
Are you wanting to switch to Appalachian Wireless but afraid of losing your number? Don't worry, you can keep your number and sign up for the region's best network that goes wherever you go. That's right, sign up today and get instant savings when you bring your number to Appalachian Wireless. Whether you need 1 line or 5, you'll save big. Did I mention free activation and your first month is free? So what are you waiting for? Switch today and experience better coverage, service, and savings because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
In Kentucky, we understand what matters. Family, friends, community. But sometimes, we hurt. At Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, we believe in hope. And Mountain's behavioral health professionals want to be there for you every step of the way. Together, we can overcome the challenges of depression, PTSD, addiction, and so much more.
You are not alone. Call Mountain Comprehensive Care Center today at 606-663-3336 or visit our Stanton Clinic at 369 North Main Street.
You're listening to PCSN.
Welcome back here to the Powell County High School. Again, we are going to the 6th inning, tied at 2. I think we got maybe this top of the inning. Yeah, looking at them lineup cards to make sure we're at the right players and right spots.
Did he make a last-second change?
I think it. The question we got was Trent was in the outfield in center.
He is.
And
Levi Wells is at shortstop.
Let's see. Let me get a look at him.
Isn't that 5 out there? Shortstop?
Yeah, he is now.
He is.
He is now. That may have been there earlier. I thought the guy that made that play at shortstop earlier was a taller young man, Dylan Trent. But
let's just say Levi Wells
is at shortstop now for sure.
Dylan Trent
in
center field.
So we apologize for any errors.
And thank you, Chelsea, for bringing that to our
one
attention.
lineup card had it one way, and the other one had it this way.
Yeah.
So
now let's see where we are. It's going to be the 7, 8, 9 hitters in the lineup. Here in the top of the 6th inning, leading off will be the catcher Mason Griggs, followed by Hayden Fletcher, the DH, and then Dawson Moore, the center fielder. And the first pitch by Kane Knox is going to be a ball. I'm kind of surprised that he didn't, call it.
I think with his angle right now, you still got a couple minutes before it's. Last time we talked about it again, I think the umpire may have called it a touch early. You can let it get a little bit lower, but once it gets to a certain point, there's no way you can play. We're not there yet.
I've got it 2-0.
It is 2-0.
Here's the pitch. And it's going to be foul. 2-1.
And by the way, we're talking about Wells and Trent center field. We've seen Trent play center field also this year, and he does a phenomenal job. Both those two kids do a phenomenal in center. So, again, right now we know it is Wells at shortstop at this time. So,
grounder to the shortstop. Long throw over to first, and they get 6-3 ground out for out number 1. It's a nice job that time by Wells with a throw over to Dylan Carter. Now stepping up to the plate, number 34, Hayden Fletcher, the DH. Flied out and struck out. Again, we're all tied up at 2 apiece here. Top of the 6th between the Estill County Engineers traveling on the road to the host Powell County Pirates. Here's the pitch. There's a strike.
Huh? Oh, okay.
Isn't that what he called?
Well, it should have been a strike if it wasn't.
Yeah, I think he did. Listen, I can barely even see Kane Knox at this point.
Yeah, but my angle is a little bit more like the batter umpire, and with the bill of my cap, I'm still good.
Swing and a miss for strike 2.
See, when you don't have that bill on, I'm telling you, it is really rough.
What kind of bill is it? Like $1 or $5?
Dollar bill. When
10?
you got a dollar bill over your eyes. Like right now, I'm looking. I think I would still be okay, but it's not going to be long.
Here's the pitch. Foul ball.
Not saying it's not close at this time. Still, curveballs are the worst ones to try to hit right now with the sun. Of course, we should know that, right?
Yes, we should. Here's the 0-2. I'll foul that one off right into the net. That remains 0-2.
And you don't want to get this game to where one team has an advantage over the other with the pitcher situation. So if you want to start the 6th, you should try to finish the 6th.
And obviously the umpire, he wants to go as long as he can because he realizes once he calls the
It's
delay, it's going to be a good 45 minutes probably. Oh,
close on the miss.
Just on the outside.
Now, let's just say this. That was a really good miss.
I
think it was outside. Looked like Miller kind of put the glove out just a touch. Didn't hit his spot.
He's been consistent. The umpire has been consistent behind the plate, if anything. Here's the 1-2. And going to foul that one off. Miller unable to
good
glove
hustle
that one
by the on-deck batter Moore to get that foul ball. I like that hustle.
Yep. 1-2. Here comes the pitch from Kane Knox. Foul ball down the first base line, all the way to the fence. Who's going to get that one?
Nobody.
I thought the coach was actually going to run down there and get it. Now
He
he's
said
like,
one of the
hey,
players, you go down there and get it. I'm not going.
Well, he thought about it, didn't he? Here's the 1-2. Strike. Oh, no. Missed.
Fooled the umpire, too, on the pitch.
Yeah.
That tells me the sun is getting to be an issue.
2-2. Here's the pitch. Be high, going to take it full. Last thing you want to do is losing.
One thing about Kane's delivery, it takes everything it takes back to the first base side of the pitcher's plate. If he was coming from the third base side of the pitcher's plate, the sun is a bigger problem.
Here's the payoff. Back here behind us. Count remains full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Hayden Fletcher, the DH, number 8 hitter in the lineup, batting third here in the inning. On deck, number 17, Dawson Moore, the center fielder. I like to see the Engineers go 3 up and 3 down here. I'll foul that one.
Tell you what,
down
good
the
at
third
bat.
baseline. Yeah, definitely it is. Yeah, Hayden Fletcher definitely hanging in there. Nothing against our Engineer listeners other than 3 up, 3 down. We'll put the Engineers top of the order going into the top of the 7th. Foul ball down the third baseline.
You know, as a coach, former coach, you love these at bats, regardless of what this young man does.
Yeah,
he had a really good bat here in the 6th inning.
Here's the pitch. I'll foul that one off yet again.
Even it continues. These really extend the pitcher. They extend the game. They increase the missed opportunities for the pitcher to make. This is just a really good at bat here.
We're going to have to get Ethan a hat. Oh, and he gets him on the curveball.
Like I said,
number 2.
It's for the Powell County perspective, it's a good job to get the strikeout. For the Estill County side, that's a good at bat.
That was for Hayden
right
Fletcher. Yep. And he hung in there. He fouled off about
walking
4
toward
of them.
the dugout. And we're looking, guys, where's my baseballs, y'all? Now, he also may be saying, the sun's getting close, Frank.
Yeah. Last batter.
Because the sun is getting close.
Yeah. My guess is the last batter. Right. Well, if the Pirates get out of the inning here, right, then at that point, then I think he goes on. And
He may try to go to the bottom of the 6th. He's got a couple more minutes, maybe.
Dawson Moore up at the plate. Here's the pitch. There's a chopper, second base. Throw over to first, and they'll get the 4-3 ground out to end the inning, so they will go 3 up and 3 down. We're still tied at 2 apiece. We'll either head to the bottom of the 6th or we'll head to a sun delay, so we'll find out when we come back.
Hello, I'm Kaylee Carroll, Marketing Director for CG Bank. Here at CG Bank, community means everything. It's why we do what we do. At CG Bank, we are your hometown bank, and we are here for you because we are you. We are not here just building business, but building relationships. That's community banking. That's my bank. Stop by any of our 7 convenient locations in Irvin, Richmond, Berea, London, or Stanton and see what community banking is all about. Or visit us online at www.cg.bank.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, loan subject to approval. Contact an employee for further information about applicable fees and terms.
Your health means everything, and now's the time to address those concerns, large or small, that you've been putting off. At Clark Regional Medical Center, we're here to help with a range of quality healthcare services. From routine screenings to surgeries to emergency care. Don't make your health wait. Get the care you need now. Clark Regional Medical Center. Learn more at clarkregional.org.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Thank goodness for a low-scoring game and a fairly fast-paced game because we may get to the bottom of the 6th inning before we We may even finish this game out. I don't know.
We may. I mean, there's just enough cloud cover to kind of spread the sunlight, right?
Well, if I just take a view of where I think the hitter is in the picture, you're looking more down than what we're doing. We're looking up more than they are.
Yeah.
You have a couple more minutes before it gets really rough. And again, the angle Knox was pitching at from the first base side of the rubber is really the wrong side to throw from to get the advantage. Powell, Miller, and Dicken up for the Pirates. And again, this young man for Estill County is also pitching from the first base side of the rubber.
Stepping up to the plate for the Pirates, number 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the order. Carter Poe up the plate.
Looks like he's throwing just as hard as he started the game with, Ken.
First pitch is a ball. There's a grounder to second. And going to be there safe as the ball was not caught cleanly by the first baseman, Mason Rader.
Who you give that to?
The second baseman on that one, Hardy, had a little bit of difficulty kind of getting it out of his glove. I think so.
So runner regardless for the Pirates with Poe. Miller coming up. We saw this a little bit of this scenario earlier, Ken, where we tried to bunt with Miller. Now, different circumstance here. You got nobody out. You got a good runner with Poe at first, a guy that can control the bat with Miller. I think I'm just trying to hit away right here, at least the first pitch.
Friend is still on the mound. Throw back over to first. Poe gets back easily. So Miller on deck. Lacey Dicken. Or Miller up at the plate. Dicken on deck. So tied 2-2. Go off of the mask of the catcher Griggs for strike.
By the way,
on
those
the foul tip.
Don't feel good.
Despite the padding, it doesn't matter. Right, kind of getting back in place there. The third baseman Powell went over to talk to Friend for a brief moment. Here's the 0-1. Going to miss on the outside, 1-1 to Drew Miller.
I would have to say this is probably the biggest at bat of the game thus far with the runner at first base here.
For sure. Yeah, especially tied 2-2. Nobody out. Number 4 hitter up at the plate. Here's the pitch. Pull that one foul. Right off of the Pirate bench. They get 1-2 now. Oh, ricocheted all the way back out to the outfield, and shortstop had to go retrieve that one. So 1-2 now to Drew Miller, the catcher for the Pirates here at the bottom of the 6th. Powell County up at the plate with runner over at first, nobody out. Tied 2-2 against the Estill County Engineers, and
there you go.
Hit. First hit by a pitch.
Turned his back, got him in the back. We'll take it. That's one of those where you're the catcher. You take beatings like that all the time. Conversation now to Estill County. Again,
pitching change maybe?
You can't allow the game to get out of hand. So you got Jackson East out in the left. Again, I don't know what Estill did yesterday as far as their pitchers. I mean, you could go to Drake if he didn't throw yesterday as well. Nobody has been loosening for the Engineers that we could have seen.
No, either side.
Right now, they're probably just talking about the scenarios. You got runners at first and second, nobody out. You got Dicken at the plate. Now, I haven't seen Dicken bunt. Doesn't mean he won't bunt, but we haven't seen Dicken bunt a lot. But to me, if you're going to bunt, now is the time to do it.
So Coach Crow for the Engineers will walk back to the dugout after making that mound appearance to talk things over with the infield and the pitcher Logan Friend.
So the Pirates have talked it over as well to see what they come up with here. Again, it is a perfect time for the bunt. I push one down the first base side is where you need to go with it. But with the runner, runner's going to third, maybe push it to third and no way the shortstop can get there from where he is.
You better make sure that if you're doing it, you make solid contact, right? And
they show their hand a little bit there with Drake sprinting to third, third baseman covering. So now Powell County has seen the bunt has to go to first base. With that wheel play there with the engineers we're doing, you have to go to first base with the bunt.
Yeah, they were prepared for that, right? And as you said, Drake with the coverage over at third in case the ball.
And they can change their play now. Oh, the Estill County players looked at their defensive play sheet. So the pitcher's wanting a different play. Drake's going to come in and help him out with what play they're doing. Also the second baseman. But you have to be on the right page here if you're the engineers. You're the pitcher. You control or try to control where the ball's going. If you think he is bunting, you want to throw this ball, to me, you want to throw it up and in. If you think it's a bunt, make it harder for him to push that ball to first base.
Runners at first and second for the Pirates. A 1-0 pitch count to Lacey Dickens. Squares around. Oh, and goes right back over.
Again, where was the pitch? Exactly where he needed to throw it was inside on Dickens. There was no way he gets that bunt down. Good pitch by Estill County.
And lucky that one wasn't popped up the way that Miller's was.
Yes, exactly. That's what the inside fastball does to you when you try to bunt that pitch.
1-1. Here's the pitch. Foul that one off down the first base side. Going to make it 1-2 now. So the bunt more than likely off at this point with 2 strikes. Nobody out. Again, Powell County with runner at first and second. Lacey Dickens, the number 5 hitter in the lineup. Up at the plate, Logan Friend, the pitcher for the Engineers. Here's the 1-2. Oh, swung at that one way late, didn't he?
No chance.
No chance. Nope. Out number 1 now coming up to the plate. Be the left fielder, Jordan Del Rosario. Pirates have got to get a run across here in this inning, especially when you have first 2 batters on the bags. Now we're playing with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th, 2-2. See what Jordan can do for the Pirates. Here's the pitch. Miss.
Wasted out by the Pirates and Dickens. I say that, but you can't move the runners and you make an out, then it's kind of a useless out.
Yeah, especially after you've kind of squared around to try and get a bunt down.
If you're going to bunt with no strikes, you got to bunt with 1 strike.
Here's the 1-0. Oh, that's going to be popped up. Could be trouble. And it is and they're going to double him up again.
Mercy.
Unbelievable. The Pirates get doubled up on an infield pop-up.
Had a courtesy runner in for the catcher, and he thought those 2 outs. So
let's see. It's going to be a pop-up to the second baseman, and then for out number 2, and then they'll throw it back over to first base for the 4-1, I believe it was. The pitcher get over there.
4-3.
It was a 4-3. The catcher, the first baseman got back over there. So the Pirates will leave a couple stranded, come up empty here. We're still tied at 2 apiece, heading to the top of the 7th inning. Take a break here on the Powell County Sports Network.
What makes Whitaker Bank uniquely Kentucky? It's our promise to be more than a bank. We're your partner in growth, success, and community. From personal banking to business solutions, we're here to guide you through today's opportunities and tomorrow's challenges. This is Angie Rogers. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank in Stanton. If you would like to learn more, give me a call at 606-663-2283. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
At Wells Funeral Home, we have years of experience caring for families from all walks of life. Each family comes to us because they know we are leaders in our profession, dedicated to excellence in service, and have the highest integrity. Life is full of opportunities to show someone we love them. One such opportunity is the funeral or memorial service. Such a loving event celebrates the choices they made, the relationship you shared, and honors the memory of your loved one. Together, we will create a fitting and memorable event. Contact us today to discuss the possibilities. Call 606-663-9480 or visit us at 777 West College Avenue in Stanton.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the Powell County High School. We are in the top of the 7th inning. Still, both starters into the game for Powell and Estill County, respectively. The game score is tied at 2. Powell County just had an opportunity there to really get something going and was negated by a strikeout by Dickin with runners at first and second with nobody out, and then a routine pop-up to the infield. Lane Rogers had went in to run for Miller. I think he must have thought those 2 outs and got doubled up on the pop-up.
You got to be aware. At the same time, you got to be able. You have to communicate that to your player and not let them speculate or think they know what the
right. Now we got the top of the order up for the Engineers, right where they want to be.
And there's a big shot in the gap. It's easily going to drop. It's going to make it all the way to the fence. It's going to be a stand-up double easily for Hardy. It's his first hit of the night.
And a absolute rope to left center. Ball in the gap all the way to the fence. And that brings up your 2-3-4, Logan Friend. I bet I know what's coming.
I would guess so as well.
I am definitely bunting right here.
Yeah, 100%.
However, this young man has hit the ball hard a couple times.
Yeah, but I'm bunting, right? You have
Definitely.
To. Yeah, you have to. We don't have to, but,
It's good baseball.
Yeah.
Play for the lead. Powell County's got 7, 8, 9 coming up.
Here's the pitch. It's not even going to matter. Not even going to matter.
Now, you're right. It is irrelevant on the wild pitch.
He'll go down to third.
Now you have to think if you're Powell County. I know this is awkward. Do you take a chance and try to load the bases right here? I mean, I think you play this batter.
Nobody out. I don't know.
No, I mean, you play this batter, I think.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
and you
sure.
play it
Yeah.
out. You see if you can try to get him out.
Yeah, I would agree. And then see what happens from there.
All right, see where we are after that, right?
It still goes back to, though, the Pirates had opportunity.
Yes.
Right?
Had a couple of opportunities tonight.
Yeah, and, again, that's just indicative of the way the season is, only to have the Engineers now to put a runner.
Pop up.
Not sure where that one's at in the infield. And
Begley calls it, takes it.
By Begley, the second baseman.
That helps a whole lot. That's the next best thing to a strikeout is a pop up to the infield. And now this young man has grounded hard twice to Dickin and single to the left field. So he's hit it hard all 3 times to the left side.
So Hayden Woolery.
Dickin's playing in. I don't know if I'll be playing that far in if I'm Dickin.
Just miss on the outside for ball 1. Again, Hayden Woolery, the right fielder. That single, grounded out twice. To the second baseman, Bo Begley. 1 out, runner over at third. Top of the 7th, Engineers with a scoring opportunity. Here's the pitch. I'll foul that one off. 1-1.
I'll tell you what, right here, just looking at what we've done tonight with these next couple batters, I'm pitching very cautiously to this batter and probably the next batter as well. And then try to come back and get a couple guys.
Here's the 1-1. Oh, that's going to go by, and that's it. Going to score the run.
Well, we talked about it all night long with the Sun. And that one, I think the Sun got Miller. He never saw the ball.
Nope.
And get a run.
Now the Engineers lead 3-2. Just 1 out.
Because I really don't think Miller saw that one.
I don't think so either. It was hard for me again. It's been a while. I barely even see
right
the
now it's
outline
tough.
of.
Yeah, right now it's tough.
Of Kane Knox. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 2-2 now to Woolery. Again, just the way that the season has gone for the Pirates. That's just indicative of the script.
Yeah, 2 wild pitches score the run.
Here's the pitch.
Called a strike.
He's out. Yep.
Be unassisted. Be 2 unassisted on the put out. Now we got 2 down.
Came across, and again, Miller just didn't necessarily glove that one cleanly, and at that point he had to pick up the ball and make the tag. Now Cooper Powell coming up to the plate.
Again, he's hit the ball hard 3 times.
A double, a single, a run scored, and there's a single to left field.
He's hitting hard every time up. Again, that makes you feel maybe a little bit better if you're the Pirates on the wild pitch, but again, like I said, I would have pitched these two guys very cautiously. Again, we've been able to get these next couple guys out more often, but damage has been done. Conversation going on now, probably a change of the base runner, maybe?
That's what I'm thinking. Try and see if we can't get. Yep. And it will be, is that number
21, Ethan says.
All right. Wyatt
Waddle. So Bryce Drake up for the Engineers. 0 for 3 on the night. 0 for 2 on the night with a sacrifice.
Runner at first with 2 outs. Top of the 7th, Estill County now leading 3-2 over Powell County. Foul that one off for strike 1. Still just enough cloud cover to not create any
I don't
issues.
know. I don't know if there is or not.
Well, as far as like him not,
Yeah. It's not
calling it a delay. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
See, the fans are saying see the ball, and I'm telling you, they
Hard
may
to
have
do.
a hard time seeing it right now.
Again, I'm having a hard time seeing the pitcher. I'm
You
barely
need a hat.
catching.
I keep telling you this. You need a
well,
hat.
I know. I'm still barely catching the ball as he's releasing it.
Yeah. Oh, I get it.
And I get again.
Neither is the batter.
The bill of the cap definitely helping them. The pitch, and there's a strike. That's a strikeout. He wanted to. He wants to get this one over. Regardless, the Engineers are actually going to get 1 run across. They'll lead 3-2. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th here on the Powell County Sports Network.
The Powell County Sports Network would like to thank their sponsors and encourage you to choose businesses and organizations that support the broadcast of our young athletes, including our platinum sponsors, Uniquely Kentucky, Whitaker Bank, and Just Know You're Taken Care of Wherever Life Takes You, CG Bank. Our gold sponsors, Mercy Health, Markham and Wallace Hospital, Friends and Family Caring for Friends and Family, Powell County CSEP, encouraging you to be prepared and have an emergency plan. Appalachian Wireless, better service, bigger savings. Our silver sponsors, Hearn Funeral Home since 1939. Clark Regional Medical Center, care closer to home. Toyota South, exceptional customer service since 1915. Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, quality care that offers recovery and hope. Stanton Ace Hardware, the helpful place. Powell County Farm Bureau, big on commitment. Our bronze sponsors, security and control from anywhere. Protect Security and Fire Systems, people serving people since 1912. People's Exchange Bank, helping families connect, honor, and remember. Wells Funeral Home, new items in stock. Allen's Hardware in Clay City, gifts and more. The Candle Hutch, U.S.-based GTX Manufacturing. They love pirate sports, so let's love them back.
Welcome back here to the Powell County High School for 56th District Baseball action. The Powell County Pirates trailing now the Estill County Engineers 3-2 with Jack's niece. going to the mound, try to close this out for the Engineers. He's the left-hander in for Estill County is kind of one of the guys that we're always used to facing. Jackson on the season has started 4 games. He's pitched 17 innings, given up 19 hits, 10 runs, 5 earned, with 17 strikeouts, and he has an ERA of 1.98. He is not the kind of guy that you want to face if you're the Pirates.
No, the team ERA at 1.96. So, I mean, giving up a little under 2 runs per game. And where are we at for the Pirates?
We are at the bottom of the order. Oh, I'm sorry. We are at Noah Markham, Dylan Trent, and Bo Begley, 7, 8, 9 hitters. And, you know, the thing with Jax, he is left-handed. I don't think he really throws it as hard. He just got a really nice curveball. He can throw it when he needs to. Looks like the pace tonight, he doesn't have as much velocity as what I've seen in the past. But right now, that curveball could be deadly. With the angle it's coming from right now, if you take the angle from where I am, he is right in the sun.
Oh, and as a lefty?
As a lefty.
The ball is being released with the sun in the backdrop.
Yes, and
I
that's
mean, it's
going to be
tough. Yep, tough for those hitters. Tough anyway, again, when you're used to seeing a right-handed pitcher, right now all of a sudden here, next time, you know, around, all of a sudden you've got a lefty, especially with the sun playing a factor in this. Actually, Kane Knox is going to come up to the plate.
And he will bat for Markham.
Not a bad call there. Markham had gone 0 for 2. Give Knox an opportunity.
We may have
here.
the delay right now. I think we're going to have the delay. Because it's right now, I'm telling you, this is the worst it can possibly be.
It is. I would agree.
And if he calls the delay, it's the right call. Take a station break.
WSKV 104.9 FM Pickup Country and ListenLikeALocal.com are your official broadcasting partners for the Powell County Sports Network.
You know, we're going to come right back. The umpire's still discussing this, but right now where the sun is the point to where
it's tough.
You really, I don't think you can safely play.
I don't either. And I think in order to give the Pirates a fair opportunity, right?
Yeah, again,
left-handed.
We're going to talk to the coaches here.
Left-handed pitcher.
Going to sit in the back of the dugout, looks like. We're going to have a sun delay. Now,
maybe 30 minutes at this point. Not even.
Here's the thing. We called it, or the umpires called it last time, much earlier than this.
Yeah.
This is only going to be a problem probably for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah,
now
tops.
They're going to send Estill back to the field.
Well,
so we're just holding everything at this point in time. I don't think it's going to be a long delay.
No, I would agree with that. That's why I'm
not as long as the hour. Again, they called it what with the sun, and I'm just talking in perspective here. Probably like 20 degrees difference where it is now.
Again, in
last
another
time.
10 minutes, as you said, at this point, I mean, we're clear and should be good to go.
Well,
so, you know.
By waiting whatever time we have now, it's worse now than it was when he was back here a while ago. So
agreed.
To me, you call the delay, you go with it. They've already changed pitchers, so it really doesn't affect Estill County
really
pitching that much.
Point. Yeah,
it really doesn't affect the Powell County right now because you're behind.
Yeah, you got to score a run, at least tied up to go to extras. So,
but that being said, I'm surprised Estill County is still out on the field because I do think it's going to be longer than just 5 minutes.
Well, again, based on the last game, it was a little after 8 by the time we went up. We're 5 minutes till at this point. So, again, 10 minutes, 10
minutes might get us there because
15 max.
It got from bad to really bad really quickly.
It did, yeah.
And like I said, every minute now is still really it's almost unplayable. Again, we talked about this last week. If you didn't hear the history lesson last week, then you'll hear it a little bit tonight. Again, this field was built, first opened in 1981. I was fortunate enough to be a senior that year. We opened it up, and it's just not turning the right way. Again, from my recollection, it was the city didn't want to run water and electricity another 200-300 feet to put the plate in dead left field. You're supposed to face this toward the apartments, the home plate toward the football field. So if you're kind of getting the gist of where I'm talking about, that was where it was supposed to have gone. Bleachers were in the back behind that. It would have been a really good setup But again, didn't want to spend a few extra dollars to put it in the right spot.
And now here we are, however many years, 40 years,
Still
50
paying
years,
for it, right?
however many years later. Yeah, it's,
It's a tradition. If you come to Powell County, expect a Sunday. It's tradition.
We're calling it a tradition. Well, let's do this. Let's go on and step aside. We'll get in a couple of sponsors, commercials here, and we'll come back here and reset things here on the Powell County Sports Network.
Parents trust the emergency department at Mercy Health Markham and Wallace Hospital when their children hurt. When an emergency strikes, we are right down the street and ready to help. We offer full-service emergency care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have X-ray, CT, and lab services on site for assessing, diagnosing, and treating patients quickly. The emergency department is a level 4 trauma center. You can expect expert care, quicker treatment, and improved outcomes. Choose the emergency department at Mercy Health Markham and Wallace Hospital in Irvine.
Allen's Hardware is a hidden gem in Clay City and known for their dependable down-home service. Visit Allen's Hardware at 30 Black Creek Road and you'll find Valspar paints, Echo Power Tools, electrical supplies, septic system accessories, key cutting services, and even U-Haul rentals. That's Allen's Hardware at 30 Black Creek Road in Clay City. To find out more, call 606-663-1122. That's 606-663-1122.
You're listening to PCSN.
Hey everyone, it's Kristen Mulcahy, Marketing Manager for Appalachian Wireless. Are you ready for spring? Well, we are at Appalachian Wireless. Right now, we've got great deals on the latest smartphones with discounts that make upgrading easier than ever, whether you're due for an upgrade or just ready to switch and save. April is the perfect time to get more for your money. Don't miss out. Visit your nearest Appalachian Wireless retail location or shop online at AppalachianWireless.com. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Toyota South in Richmond is moving forward. Family owned and operated since 1915. Meet General Manager Charlie Johnson.
I was raised right here in Powell County by my grandparents. They taught me to be honest and treat others with courtesy and respect. And that's what you can expect from me. I would like to personally invite you to take the short drive to Toyota South in Richmond. Whether you're looking for a new or used vehicle, as General Manager at Toyota South, I will make your short drive well worth your time. Come see me soon at Toyota South in Richmond.
Toyota South in Richmond. Online at toyotasouth.com or call their friendly staff at 877-605-4326.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network. At Powell County Farm Bureau, James Dennis and Anna Tipton offer unmatched dedication and personal attention. If you're looking for a specific insurance product, they offer auto, boat, church, commercial, earthquake, farm, flood, health, home, life, mobile home, motorcycle, umbrella, and more. If you need it insured, stop by and see your insurance company. That's Powell County Farm Bureau. Big on commitment. Located at 170 Court Street in Stanton, or call them today at 606-663-2222. That's Powell County Farm Bureau. Big on commitment.
In Kentucky, we understand what matters: family, friends, community. but sometimes we hurt. At Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, we believe in hope, and Mountain's behavioral health professionals want to be there for you every step of the way. Together, we can overcome the challenges of depression, PTSD, addiction, and so much more.
You are not alone. Call Mountain Comprehensive Care Center today at 606-663-3336 or visit our Stanton Clinic at 369 North Main Street. You're listening to PCSN.
Hey, I'm Morgan from St. Ace Hardware. At Ace, I enjoy helping every customer with each of their unique projects. Some are doing huge renovations or redecorating, and others are just touching up paint and need a color match or some replacement hardware. It doesn't matter to me because they come to St. Ace Hardware and trust us with their project. We are constantly getting new products and are working hard to make it easier for people to find the products they know and trust, as well as innovative new products they didn't even know existed. Shop local, save money, and get quality products from people who love this community. We are St. Ace Hardware, supporting the broadcast of our Powell County Pirates.
GTX Manufacturing prides itself on being a U.S. manufacturing company, providing competitive, low-cost, high-quality products and services. They are centrally located in the U.S., just minutes from Lexington, Kentucky, in Clay City. GTX Manufacturing, supporting the broadcast of your Powell County Pirates. You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Welcome back, as we are back live now. Both teams out on the field, and in the dugout here is Kane Knox coming up to the plate, replacing the DH, Noah Markham. So Markham was batting for Knox, who's the pitcher. 2-0 count. Jackson East on the mound for the Engineers. Going to make a called strike, making it 2-1. On deck, Dylan Trent, followed by Bo Bagley. So 7, 8, 9 hitters here in the inning. Engineers leading 3-2. Big swing and a miss for strike 2. 2-2.
I really think the sun can still cause some issues right now.
I would agree with that. I think so too.
I think it's going to take a sun delay. You wait another 5 minutes or so.
Well, you realize that again. It's a left-handed. There's a base hit. Nice job by Kane Knox to get the single. He'll run it out to see if the Pirates can get on a rally here.
That's a
at the bottom of the
beautiful
7th.
piece of hitting. Just went with the outside pitch, put the ball or hit the ball where it was pitched to right field. Didn't overswing. Nice job, Kane.
Now stepping up to the plate, Dylan Trent.
You got a bunt here, I would think. Well, Trent can. He has shown his ability to be able to bunt the ball. Got a left-hand pitcher. Don't get picked at first.
Squares around down the first base line, and it goes foul.
Tell you
a
what,
little bit too much on that one.
If that ball stays fair, they may have a tough time getting Trent right there. Bottom line, if you're going to do the sacrifice, you got to get that ball down, give yourself up, and advance the runner. That's the main objective here, is to put the runner at first base on second with less than 2 outs.
So 0-1 the count. Again on the foul bunt attempt by Dylan Trent. Trying to advance Kane Knox over at first. Led off with a single. Here's the pitch from Neese. And the runner goes, and he's in there safely.
As the ball goes into center field.
Won't matter.
So that tells me now with a 1-1 count, I'm butting again. This man at third base.
100%. Yeah, you've already had it on, right? One ball and one strike to Dylan Trent. Kane Knox with a stolen base, had a single and a stolen base.
Well, the coach just asked him if he went on the second pitch, and he said yes. So I'm not sure, Ken, what the count is.
I've got it 1-1.
Well, I think we're on the same page, but
it'll be a strike. 1-2 now to Dylan Trent. Bo Bagley on deck. The Engineers leading 3-2. They scored a run in the top of the 7th to break a 2-2 tie. See if the Pirates can answer. Here's the pitch. Going to miss, and it's going to get by, and that will send Knox all the way down to third.
All right. Now,
2-2 pitch count as well.
So far, we haven't had to do anything to get him over. He's wild pitched him to second, wild pitched him to third, kind of like the scenario that we did in the last inning. Another wild pitch for a tie.
So 2-2 is the count to Dylan Trent. Kane Knox over at third. Here's the pitch.
Nice job.
Yep, by the catcher Griggs to stay in front of that one. The count will go full.
We don't think alike.
And that's why I even go back to my comment earlier as far as saying, like, yeah, you're right,
Yeah.
I agree with you, I agree with you. We
say the same verbiage.
Yeah, because we do. Well, we've been around each other, but same time period as far as sports and ball and all that stuff, right? Here's the pitch, and it's going to get the walk. Nice job by Trent.
That's a really good at bat by Trent there. Patient, able to work a walk. Now you got runners at first and third. Begley up to the bat. Another guy that can control the bat well. Again, if you bunt here, it's a safety squeeze. Nothing but to move the runner from first to second. Get back to the top of the order. With Trent's speed, you may be able to try to straight steal again to see if they throw through. Knox has got to be aware of where the ball is.
I definitely think you go bunt right here, right, to try and advance that runner. I'm willing to sacrifice this. Yeah, he's squaring around like he's going to. And, again, head back up top of the order. Here's the pitch home. The runner goes, and it's going to get there safely.
They were
cutting
that one off, and really no play at second. And there was no bunt attempt by Begley. And now, is there 2 strikes?
No.
0-1, right? Put the ball in play somewhere. Hit it through the drawn-in infield.
Yep. Seeing on the outfield would do wonders. Bo Begley again up at the plate for the Pirates. Jackson East on the mound for the Engineers. Here's the pitch. Got a miss. 1-1.
Been very consistent with that call all night.
He has, yeah.
Estill folks didn't like it. It looked like it was high to me also.
Whether you like it or not, he's been consistent. Got to give him credit.
Maybe one pitch all night long, and I can't complain about that much.
Here's the 1-1. I'll pop that one up out of play, go down on the count. 1-2.
Got a battle here, Bo.
Oh, the second base umpire there, standing in the camera view.
Right where he's supposed to be, though.
Yeah. 1-2. Gonna miss. Hanging curveball. 2-2. I'm not quite sure what that. I don't know if it came across the plate just a little bit too high, but it broke in there.
Oh, it was too high.
Well, actually, looking at Begley at that point. 2-2. Pop fly. Second baseman's going to call it, and we'll make the play. Out number 1.
All right, Wells.
Get to the top of the order.
Let's go, cuz.
Levi Wells, the leadoff hitter for the Pirates, coming up to the plate.
And, I'll tell you what, you got next to the guys, I really feel confident somebody's going to get the job done here from Powell County. Levi likes to go the other way hard. If he puts one in play that way, I think he's got to run in, maybe 2. A walk-off, by the way, would tie the series.
And they're going to load him up.
That's not a bad play either. I didn't really think about it, but that's not a bad play to walk Wells. Get the force now at any base.
Stepping up to place, Dylan Carter. How awesome would that be for him to get a nice get the score of the 2 runs, right? He needs it.
I like the guys they had up anyway.
Yeah.
Brings double play into play. Plays coming home first, are the Engineers. Second base shortstop playing deep. Turn him over in the middle.
Lefty against lefty. 1 out. Bases loaded for the Pirates. Bottom of the 7th, trailing 3-2. Here's the pitch home.
Back at me. Right to the bar.
Right off the pole. Straighten it out.
Right behind you, Blue.
Owen won the count on the foul ball right here on the pole right here in front of us, right?
Yeah. Right between it. Right between
I loved your reaction, though. You were ready for that one, weren't you?
Yeah, it's coming more at me. Had to block it.
0-1. Come on, Dylan. Base hit. Back to second. Oh, it
well,
almost.
I tell you what.
That was close, wasn't it?
Now, number one for the Pirates, you can't get picked off.
No.
And number two, for us, you can't throw it away. So,
and a nice job by Bryce Drake, actually, to even hold on to that one. And
he's glad he grew that extra couple inches, right?
Right, yes. 0-1, bases loaded, one out. Dylan Carter at the plate. Here's the pitch. Fly ball. Coming to right center. And he'll make it. And here's the throw. And going to be safe. Knox will come in and score the run. We're all tied up. That will send Trent down to third. Wells over to second. And Carter will get the sacrifice.
Now Carter Poe up with the runners at second and third base. I mean, this is a guy, again, if you get this kid hot, the best hitters on the team, but he's also coming from the left-hand side. You got a left-hand pitcher. This is where I think Carter tries to go the other way with this.
Sing on the outfield. That's all we need. 2 outs. Runners at second and third for the Pirates.
I don't know why they're playing in on the corners. I can't.
We're all tied up. Yeah, I don't either. I mean, it's regular. They are going to walk him.
That's a good play. It's a good play.
Yeah, you get the force,
Force
right?
at any base, and you also take out one of the better hitters. Now, this is the guy by average, percentage-wise, this is your best hitter right now, Drew Miller. He's hit the ball hard a couple times here tonight. And he's really kind of like, this is all me right here.
Come on, Drew.
Also got to put into play. Good curveball here in the dirt. Could score a run.
Got to be aware, right?
Got a lot of speed on third, so Trent can score on any wild pitch.
Jack Sneese on the mound. Drew Miller at the plate. Gonna miss on the outside for ball one.
They don't have room to put him anywhere else with a walk. So if he gets too deep in this count, Drew can really sit on one dead red and just drive it.
1-0. Bases loaded. Bottom of the seventh. Swing and a miss for a strike. 1-1. Come on, Drew. Sing on the outfield. That's all we need. Or a walk. Pass the ball. Something. 1-1 to Miller. There's the pitch. And there's a base hit, and that'll do it. As the Pirates will get the walk-off as they'll win. Miller with the single, and that will bring in Trent, and the Pirates will win 4-3 in the bottom of the seventh. This has been a great, entertaining game, that's for sure. Nice job by the Pirates to come back. They led actually 1-0, find themselves trailing.
Hey, Mark. I tell you,
2-1, and then came back 2-2, and then we go to the seventh inning, and at that point, then the Engineers get a run across to go up 3-2, and then the Pirates ended up answering. Great lead off by Kane Knox to actually get the single, a stolen base, advance to third on a wild pitch, and then he ended up coming in on the sacrifice by Dylan Carter, and then Drew Miller coming up and getting the single to score the run for the win.
So Knox will get the win on the mound, and East will take the loss for the Engineers. I tell you what, though, great bit of hitting there by Miller. You really can't fault Estill County for loading the bases there either. I think good strategy by both. Miller just had the opportunity there to rip one to the left, and he did. Kudos. Now, the way it ended, now we're getting tied.
Yeah.
Again, both games ended the same way. You could have added another run, but you're only one to win. So the score difference is going to be the one run. Estill County had a one run advantage over there. So the next stop, I think the next one, I believe, may be RPI. So, again, that would probably favor Estill County, I would think. But anyway, regardless of the fact, nice win tonight for the Pirates.
Yeah, that it was. Let's go on and take a quick break here and then we'll come back quickly and wrap things up. We'll be right back here on the Powell County Sports Network.
The Powell County Sports Network would like to thank their sponsors and encourage you to choose businesses and organizations that support the broadcast of our young athletes, including our platinum sponsors, Uniquely Kentucky, Whitaker Bank, and Just Know You're Taken Care Of Wherever Life Takes You, CG Bank. Our gold sponsors, Mercy Health, Markham and Wallace Hospital, Friends and Family Caring for Friends and Family, Powell County CSAP, encouraging you to be prepared and have an emergency plan, Appalachian Wireless, better service, bigger savings. Our silver sponsors, Hearn Funeral Home since 1939, Clark Regional Medical Center, care closer to home, Toyota South, exceptional customer service since 1915, Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, quality care that offers recovery and hope, Stanley's Hardware, the helpful place, Powell County Farm Bureau, big on commitment. Our bronze sponsors, Security and Control from Anywhere, Protect Security and Fire Systems, people serving people since 1912, People's Exchange Bank, helping families connect, honor, and remember, Wells Funeral Home, new items in stock, Allen's Hardware in Clay City, gifts and more, The Candle Hutch, U.S.-based GTX Manufacturing. They love pirate sports, so let's love them back.
And welcome back here to the Powell County High School, and wrap up this matchup between Estill County and Powell County. Here tonight, Powell County wound up winning the walk-off base hit by Drew Miller. Scores the winning run. Powell County wins 4-3. Bottom of the 7th inning to take this series even now at 1. Estill County won over there earlier at 7-6. Powell County came back to win this one tonight 4-3. Again, nice comeback by the Pirates. Again, Estill County took the lead in the top of the 7th inning. Powell County was able to lead off with Kane Knox with a nice base hit. Really set the tone. Then 2 wild pitches later, he's at third base, and then the strategy's on. Do you bunt? What do you do here? So they wound up popping out, showing bunt, having a couple batters walk, which kind of played into our hand. But I don't think Estill County did anything wrong with their strategy. I think it was all the right moves. But it led to the fact that Drew Miller came up and got that walk-off hit. But, again, I think Estill County played everything right. I think the Pirates played it right there in the 7th, and it worked out well for the Pirates.
Yeah, agreed. Again, it couldn't have been any bigger as far as Kane Knox on the mound, right, goes the distance.
Yep.
Trailing 3-2, he comes up, and Noah Markham was the DH in Kane Knox's spot. Coach Spencer makes that change and puts Knox in. He gets the single, right? At that point, a huge at-bat, right?
2-strike single.
Yeah.
And it was a really good approach. Took the outside pitch and drove it to right field. Just good hitting by Kane.
Yeah, it really was. And he gets the stolen base, advances the third on the wild pitch. And then from there, again, the Pirates, Trent comes in. He gets a walk, stolen base. That puts runners at second and third. And then a pop-up by Bagley. And then Wells with the walk to load it up. An intentional walk, no less. And then a sacrifice by Dylan Carter for out number 2. That sacrifice ended up scoring Kane Knox.
Sack fly.
Sack fly. And then Carter Poe, they walk him as well. And then Miller comes up and gets the single. Again, a great game. It's what you expect between these two border rival teams, right? You expect them to go the distance, punch for punch, right? They're going to go back and forth. An outstanding game on both sides. You hate to see somebody lose, games like this, especially as entertaining as it was, but the Pirates do come away with a nice win. They'll go 1-1 in district play. They've not played Lee or Owsley as of yet, so they'll go 1-1 on the season, and I believe the Engineers go to 4-1 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we will apologize real quick. The way that inning developed, I forgot all about Dylan Carter sack fly, how huge that was to tie it up, kind of really losing things up for Powell County to be able to score that additional run a little bit later with Miller's walk-off. That sack fly was just as or more important than that winning hit. You had to get one before you get 2. Again, the way that game played out, it was good at bats by everyone by the Pirates in that inning. Again, you got to execute bunts. We didn't have to get one down with the wild pitches that we saw. A couple of times earlier in the game, we missed some opportunities, but the end result, we'll take it. It's a good win for Powell County. And we're back on the air Thursday night with softball action. And in softball action tonight, the Powell County Lady Pirates fell to Lee County 10-0.
In 5 innings.
Yeah, and that game kind of a flip of the last week's performance where Powell County was able to score a bunch of runs.
12-2.
12-2 in a 6-inning affair. So that series will now be tied up. And that, again, probably goes to, well, obviously winning record. I don't think Powell's played Owsley as of yet and have one more with Estill. I'm not sure what Lee's done for the softball side. So Powell County was sitting in real good shape, but was unable to get a run across tonight against Lee County. So that game is what it is. So this week, it'll be Thursday, be our only other broadcast this week.
Correct.
And next week, what do we have for next week?
So, again, the girls in action against Berea on Thursday, scheduled 6 o'clock start. Let me switch over to my calendar real quick. And then it'll be the 29th. The Lady Pirates will play Estill County, and the Pirates will play Lee County. That's on Tuesday, the 29th. On Wednesday, Breathitt County will come and face off against the Pirates in baseball. And then on Friday the 2nd, Pikeville will be at the boys' volleyball, a home game for them. Pikeville ended up defeating the Pirates 3-1 the last time they played regional play nonetheless. Prior to that, the Pirates were 7-2, now 7-3, but a big win for Pikeville. But we'll see the Pirates back again on Friday. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Tuesday, Estill at Powell softball, Lee at Powell baseball, Wednesday, Breathitt at Powell baseball, and then on Friday, Pikeville at Powell for volleyball. But again, David and I will be back on the air on Thursday in girls softball action.
Yeah, again, come out and support your Lady Pirates on Thursday. Again, and follow these Pirates wherever they go. So, again, good baseball game tonight, 4-3 your final score. Back at him with a walk-off hit with Drew Miller. And again, don't forget the game-tying run with the sacrifice fly by Dylan Carter. So the Pirates got it done. Kane Knox gets the win and scored the tying run in the 7th. So, kudos for your Pirates tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Again, a very nice game. And unofficially, only 5 hits for the Pirates. We've seen them somehow manage over the years, right, to somehow manage to win games when you don't get a lot of hits. 5 hits, 5 strikeouts, 7 walks. Of course, a lot of those walks came here in the bottom of the 7th where they were doing some of the intentional walks. They had 3 in the inning.
How many hits did they have on that?
10. They had 10 hits, 6 strikeouts, and only 1 walk.
So they left several runners on. Powell County was fortunate tonight as far as leaving their runners. That's good pitching by Knox.
8 for the Engineers and 3, 4, 7 for the Pirates.
Well, pretty close then. The contest were left on base. So
that it was.
Pretty good defensive battle. A couple errors on maybe 1 or 2 errors on each side. Pretty good contest in baseball action here at the Powell County High School. Short sun delay. Good job of Gary Hammonds. He shortened it as much as he could, but it got close to being too late and close to starting back too early. But again, he did a good job with managing the sun delay.
Yes, he did. So again, Dave and I back on the air Thursday night. Powell County Lady Pirates softball playing host to Berea. 6 o'clock scheduled start. We'll have that one for you. And again, your final score here tonight: the Powell County Pirates defeat the Estill County Engineers 4-3, and a comeback bottom of the 7th inning win. So for my broadcast partner David Faulkner, Ethan Moore, our videographer, Nevaeh Bridgeman back in the studio, this is Ken Simon saying thank you for listening to the Powell County Sports Network here on WSKV 104.9 FM.
Thank you for listening, watching, and supporting Powell County Pirate Athletics. We also encourage you to support the community sponsors that invest to bring the live coverage to you. Visit the Powell County Sports Network page at listenlikealocal.com to find the most up-to-date sports broadcast schedule and all the ways you can listen to the game. Thank you for listening to Powell County Pirate Sports on the Powell County Sports Network.